How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another Umineko no Naku Koro ni. We're still within episode 4, titled Alliance of the Golden Witch. And if you want to get caught up, the link to the playlist, as always, is in the description down below, so let's go ahead and continue from where we last left off. With Jessica going into her room. You go to your room, young lady. Oh. Damn the music, alright. Of course, since the time of her birth, Jessica had been raised in this mansion. A trophied Western-style house that the cousins called a mansion was her home. And yet, she had never understood her cousins' feelings as much as she did today. At the time, she had never felt her own home, which she knew well, to be as alien as it seemed now. I get that feeling sometimes. Her own room. This had once been her hideaway, the only place in this vast mansion where she could feel at peace. However, she had never felt as much pressure coming from that door as she did now.
テストだって。一体何が待ち受けてやがるんだ。まさか私の机とか引っかき回してねえだろうな。
She acted tough, trying to deceive herself. Trying to make herself believe that she wasn't scared of anything. Readying herself, she opened the door to her room. Yes? Oh, Jesus. That took quite a pause. Quite a pause. Who needs a fucking couch in their bedroom? I guess rich people do. Doy. When she saw that, my brain pooped. When she saw that, fortunately, there we go, the room didn't appear to be messed up. She relaxed. No one was there. Of course. There was nowhere for anyone to hide here. Right away, Jessica locked the door behind her. This way, the room was safe. She peeked under the bed and in the closet, but of course no one was hiding.
なんだってんだ。
She looked at the clock. It was just past 23:10. As her tensions lessened and fatigue came back to her entire body, she realized how messed up this whole day had been. It was still about 2300. The plan had been for all of the cousins to gather, have fun playing around, and talk animatedly about various things together into the night. Normally, we would have been doing that kind of thing right now. Why has that turned into this?
全部あのクソジジイのせいだ。よくも母さんをみんなを。
She shook her head back and forth with anger and sadness. But there was no one here to direct those emotions at. Because of the clock. Because of the lock. I tried to read all serious, like, god damn it. Look where that gets me. Can of worms in my mouth. Because of the lock, this room's security was guaranteed. Remembering that one more time, Jessica somehow regained her calm. If it keeps up like this and nothing happens, I want to go to the dining hall and see Mom's dead face. Why the fuck would you want to do that? My God. Even though Goda emphasized so strongly that it was gruesome and that I definitely shouldn't go to look at it. Even so, I wanted to see her face at the end. But we were warned repeatedly that stepping out of line, even a little, would put the hostages in danger. Could it be that locking the door was also against the rules? If I close myself up in here, I alone might be saved. But if I don't open it, it'll surely be against the rules, and Dad, Kanan-kun, Shannon, Aunt Kyrie, and Dr. Nanjo will be killed. There's no way the scales will balance out between 5 lives and my own 1 life. Jessica tightly shut her eyes, resisting the other part of herself that said, "Isn't it okay as long as I stay alive?" Faced the door and made to unlock it. At that time, a crisp applause rang out, making Jessica's heart leap. Run away, my boy!
ルール違反ということになり、人質たちにも危害が及ぶかもしれません。しかしそれでも自分の命だけは助かるかもしれない。しかしあなたはその誘惑に耐え、自ら鍵を開けようとした。そのあなたの勇気は称賛に値しますよ。
If I, the owner of this room, searched everywhere a human could have been hiding, where did this man come from? There was nowhere for a human to hide, but could something non-human have managed it? This was supposedly my first meeting with this largely built middle-aged man. Largely built? What the fuck? If you say so. But I didn't recognize this guy, who looked like a butler and bore the crest of the one-winged eagle.
はじめまして、ジェシカ様。私は親方様より家具頭を任されております。72柱の27位。ロの上と申します。
ロの上？源氏さん。
ああ、源氏は私の弟のような存在。
Like my little brother.
あるいはこの世界における私の正しい姿だったのかもしれません。
Wait, what?
より白だったと言っても良いでしょうな。
Oh, fuck. Well, thanks for that tidbit. Okay.
何を
Yikes.
言ってんだ。
They literally just threw that at me. Okay, wow, I didn't... Okay. Cool.
おっと、これは失礼しました。人間には話しても理解できぬ話。それでは本題に移りましょう。
Ooh, the main event. Yes, what is the tests?
クソジジイの言うテストとかいうやつだな。
さようでございます。こちらが親方様がジェシカ様に賜われましたテストでございます。
At Runaway's elegant gesture, like that of a butler ordering for a meal to be set out, many gold butterflies flew up out of nowhere. As the cloud of gold butterflies spun around in a small swirl, they gathered in one place. Then, that golden mound disappeared like a pile of leaves blown away by a cold wintry wind, and there lay a western envelope with the one-winged eagle crest done on it in a gold leaf. With a gesture, Runaway urged her to pick it up. Jessica timidly did so and opened the letter inside.
なんだこれ。
非常にシンプルな次期当主の資格を探るテストでございます。そこに記されている問いに、どうか後宮家を担う次期当主としての心構えで臨んでいただき、答えとそれに至ったお考えをお聞かせください。
So it's like an essay. Read the question, answer it, and give out thoughts that led you to it. Okay, yeah, it's like a fucking essay on a test. Fucking fantastic. I love that. Bring back thoughts to my high school days. God damn it, Umineko! Anyway, shaking, Jessica looked between the paper and Runaways' face several times. Up and down, your head swirls. Gonna give you a swirly. Oh, damn. Just directly switch over to George here. Okay. At that time, George, who had been called out after Jessica, could be seen in the arbor of the Rose Garden. If things had gone normally, he had planned to give Shannon the ring that would be proof of their engagement, here, at this time, on this day. But the woman in front of George now was not Shannon. Oh, Gap, please? Yes! Oh, it's good to see you, baby. Hell yeah. What?
それがゴールドスミスからあなたに与えられるテストよ。
Oh, it's so good to hear you too. George picked up the Western envelope, which was on the table where he'd once had tea with Shannon, and read its contents. Perhaps its message was short. After glancing at it, George's eyes grew sharp.
なんだい
見ての通りよ。それがあなたに与えられる次期当主の資格を探るテスト。次期当主としての資格を自らに問いながら、その問いに答えなさい。
なんてバカな問題だ。
そうね。本当にバカな問題ね。なら、ゴールドスミスにとっての後宮家の家督なんて、その程度のものなんじゃない？
George lowered his eyes to the surface of the letter once again, examining its contents. George and Jessica. While the tests given to them were slightly different, they were almost exactly the same.
以下に掲げる3つのうち、2つを得るために、1つを生贄に捧げよう。
簡単な3択じゃない？どれを見殺しに選ぶか、自ら決めなさい。選択を拒めば、テストは中断。私の手で、あなたをこの場で殺してしまってもいいって許可をもらってるわ。それさえも選択肢に含めるなら、4択ね。私、君みたいなこと遊ぶのは随分久しぶりだから、それも嫌いじゃないわよ。
Don't know if you heard that, but there was a motorcycle out there. That's nice. Anyway, Gap. Hell yeah. We can play. Hell yeah. Let's get it on, baby. What?
この3択は、
Okay, I'm done.
あくまでもテストなのかそれとも、選択は結果を伴うのか。
Ah, he's asking the important questions.
何を甘えてるの？君が選択したものは、必ず命を落とす。
Right. Among the 3 mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. 1. Your life. 2. Shannon's life. 3. Everyone else's lives. If you do not choose one, all of the above will be lost.
どうして シャノンの名がここにあるんだ。
Because she is the one you love, dumbass. Hello?
2番目の選択肢にはそのものが最も必要とする愛する者の名が。ジェシカへのテストの2番にはカノンって書かれているはずだわ。
このバカな問題をジェシカにも出したのかい？
ジェシカのことなんかどうでもいいでしょ。今試されているのはあなたよ。実に簡単な3択だわ。他の2つのためにどれを捨てられるかということよ。
I think I know what he's gonna choose. He's plainly gonna choose himself. Or he's gonna choose the unannounced fourth option and try to, you know, like... I don't know why I'm nudging my head. You can't see me. I'm like... Oh, shit. But yeah, he might try to do something and, like, I don't know, harm or kill Gap in place of the test or something. I'm thinking one of those two.
簡単でしょ。
Probably the latter. Probably.
それでも決まらないならコインでも貸してあげようかしら。
コイン2面しかないものでどうやって3択を？
True.
自分の命を捨てられる者がいるわけがないとなれば、おのずと残る選択肢は2つになる。愛する者のために全ての人間を諦めるか、一人でも多くを救うために愛する者一人を諦めるか。どっちにももっともらしい大義名分がつけられるわ。だって今やこの六軒島は悪魔の島ですもの。人間の世界の甘ったるい馴れ合いなんて必要ないの。誰も責めないわ。あなたの心の赴くままに。後ろ宮家の家督を継ぐにふさわしい資格が自らにあるかを問いながら、いいえ、自らが後ろ宮家当主であると思って選択なさい。
Back to Jessica. Right? Yeah.
バカにしやがって。
Jessica crumpled the letter up and threw it on the floor.
お怒りはごもっともと思いますよ。私も非常にお気の毒で、それでいて実に滑稽な出題だと思います。
自分から死にたいと願う人間なんているもんか。そして愛する人の命を見捨てて生き残りたいと思う人間なんているもんか。そして自分たちだけ良ければ他の人間全てを見殺しにできる人間なんているもんか。
いいえ、ジェシカ様、いても良いのでございますよ。ここは六軒島、悪魔の島。今や人間の世界から完全に切り取られ、魔界にどっぷりチーズフォンデュのように沈んでおります。人の世の価値観など次の燃えないゴミの日に出してしまいますとも。ですからどうかジェシカ様が心より欲するものを順にお選びください。その結果、残ったものがこの狂った今宵にふさわしきジェシカ様の回答となりましょう。
ふざけるな。こんなのどれも選べるものかよ。
いずれも選ばねば蒸気のすべてを失うも 立派な第四の選択肢でございます。それを選ばれるのもまた一興でございましょう。ただそれを選び結局自らの命を落とされるなら、潔く一番の自分の命を選び、他の二つを救われた方が賢明かと思いますよ。すべてはジェシカ様の選択に委ねられます。どうぞ後宮家の跡継ぎにふさわしい回答とその信念をお聞かせくださいませ。この炉の上、親方様の血を引きし末裔にふさわしき素晴らしい回答を心より期待いたしております。
くしょ
Oh my god, it's going great out. Oh my god, it's back to Runaway. I mean, Kinzo. Oh god. You know what? I'm tired. Leave me alone. This is Runaway? What the fuck? That scene was observed through the magic crystal ball Kinzo held. Kinzo finally couldn't hold it back, and spreading his arms and facing the heavens, began laughing in an explosive voice.
何を迷うか、愚かなる孫たちよ、我が末裔たちよ。即答できる簡単な問題ではないか。朝のトーストにバターを塗るかジャムを塗るかより迷わぬ選択であるというのに。
Well, no. Wait, what? You're comparing lives to butter or jam on your morning toast. Okay. You know what.
お前たちには正しい答えがわかるか?
Oh, Jesus. He turned to face the Chiesta sisters, who had been waiting on him.
いえ、申し訳ございません。私にはわかりません。ゴールドスミス卿。
愚か者め、選べもせぬとはな。ゲームオーバ
ー。Oh my god.
自らの生きる理由も目的も見出せん愚かなウサギめ。貴様など誰にも気づかれずに踏み潰されて生を終えるアリ一匹ほどの価値もないわ。
Listen, old man, I don't appreciate you screaming in my ear, okay?
死ね、潰れろ。私が瞬きしている間に消えてなくなれ。
Don't say that to her. How dare you? You can't see my mouse on the screen, but I'm slapping him with it. Anyway.
お前はどうか?
Okay.
私は一番の自分の命を生贄とするであります。武具は戦い、知ってこそであります。そして武具は敵を撃ち滅ぼし、味方を守るためにある。愛する者たちを守って死ねるなら本望であります。
ほう、武具らしい実に見事な模範回答よ。即答、大いに結構。そう答えれば人参が一本余計にもらえると教えられてきたのか？違うよな。それすらも違うよな。そう聞かれたらそう答えようと、お前はただ吹き込まれた通りに答えたに過ぎない。お前も今のウサギと同じだ。自分の生きる理由と目的を未だに見出せずに生きている。生きる価値なきクズめ。貴様など潰されて他の家畜の餌にでもなるのがお似合いよ。
Jesus Christ.
家畜の餌光栄であります。
違うだろう。
Come on! Oh my god, just taking it. Ow!
もう誰も死ぬところを見たくないんだろう。それがなぜ認められぬのか。認めろよ。お前の古傷の奥の奥が未だに産んで腐っていることを。腐臭にて鼻が曲がりそうであるわ。愚かなる腐れウサギめ。お前にはこれが褒め言葉である。
Words of praise. Okay, yeah, sure.
ありがとうございます。であります。
She's about to cry! God damn!
さて、最後のお前はどうか。
And here she looks like she's about to ready to just fucking yeet her life and just smite your ass there, Kinzo. God damn. She's not happy with you.
この三択から何を選ぶ？
2匹
Never mind.
迷うことなく当然2番であります。
おお、2番か。愛する者を生贄に捧げることを胸を張って選べる者は多くない。訳を聞かせよ。
愛する者はいつかいなくなるからです。愛する者がいなければ傷つかないし、いなくてもいつかまた誰かを愛せるかもしれない。だから今愛してる者なんて大した価値はないのですに。にひ
なるほど。それでそういう回答になるわけか。愛に傷ついたがゆえに臆病になったウサギよ。ウサギは寂しさで死ぬと聞いたが、お前の心は一体いつ殺されたというのか。ならばウサギよ、問いを変えよう。2番の選択肢を愛するものではなく、そなたが愛したものの思い出に変えようではないか。どうかこれでももう一度選べるか。何が愛してるものに大した価値はないだ、愚かなウサギよ。自らの愛の深さにも向かい合えぬクズめ。選んでみよ。愛したものを忘れられると選んでみや。選べるだろう。選べるものな。ほら、選べるって言ってみろよ。
The way he's just stretching out everything, exaggerating his fucking words and putting emphasizing here and there. Oh god. Sorry, I just had to laugh. Okay, anyway.
選べるであります。
And now she's okay.
選べるであります。
God damn it. Bringing them all to tears. Oh my god, this old man just loves to make girls cry, huh? Fucking Christ. Okay. Oh no, okay. Well, I really lost myself there for a second. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pity smiling right now. I just... Oh god.
ゴールドスミス卿、それくらいでどうかお許しを。
She's broken! He fucking broke her, god damn it. And there she goes.
もうよいわ、クズウサギどもめ。
Oh my god, he's throwing bottles at them.
お前たちはワルギリアのところへ行き、地下牢の見張りを手伝うのだ。
Oh my god, my cat's going crazy.
消えよ。
Ah! Kinzo, help! The Triester sisters. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Oh my god, my god! The cat's going crazy. Help. Brought the real world into this, huh? Alright, anyway. Oh my god, only 31 minutes in? Damn. The Triester sisters, with their respective old wounds of the heart gouged out, escaped by disappearing. After that, even though there was no one to hear, Kinzo continued talking by himself as though in a play.
と、このように愉快なテストなわけだ。
Actually, this might be a short one. I thought it was going to be 2 hours.
実のところを言えば、これが正解という選択肢はない。むしろどの答えであろうとも、よどみなく、素早く、そして確固たる信念と揺るがぬ強き自らの意志で選べるかどうか。その理由と意志の方が重要なのだ。私はそれを知りたいのだよ。ああ、我が末裔たちよ。お前たちはどのような答えを見せてくれるのか、実に楽しみだ。私かああ、もちろん同じ問いを突きつけられたことがあったとも。
Oh, really?
その悪魔の問いに見事答えたからこそ、私は黄金と名誉とあの魔女を我が物とすることができたのだよ。
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Well, who is that said person that you had to answer the question to?
私が選んだ答えはどれか言うまでもないよな。
Beautiful. All right.
さて、
This was a good recording session. All right.
そろそろ答えは決まりましたでしょうか？
Still going now. As Jessica stared at the letter that had been crushed and laid on the floor, she hung her head in constant silence. All that filled the room was the stir from wind and rain shaking the treetops. Regardless of how noisy that was, it actually made the stillness more apparent. Runaway waited for Jessica's answer. However, Jessica didn't answer. Whether she was lost in deep thought or had stopped thinking, Runaway couldn't tell. No, he might actually have known. But cruelly, like a demon, Runaway urged Jessica to voice it.
どれも選べないというなら、そのお命、せめて痛みがないよう安らかに頂戴させていただきますが、さて。
Was that me or was that the game itself? Couldn't actually tell. I didn't even move my finger. What the hell? Huh. Weird.
はい。
Wait, what did she say? Me. Okay.
聞こえかねました。
Oh, she's sacrificing herself? She chose option 1?
もう一度お願いできますかな？
Jessica lifted her face and looked straight into Runaway's eyes. It seemed that she had decided on her answer.
殺せよ。
Jessica said it one more time clearly. Perhaps Runaway had imagined that this would be her answer from the very beginning. Without any surprise, he smiled lightly and nodded.
ジェシカ様ならそのお答えを選ぶと思っておりました。 さて、このテストはどの選択肢が正解不正解というものではありません。重要なのはどのような考えを経てその答えに至ったかという部分です。さあ、ジェシカ様の、そして次期当主としての心構えを持ってそれをお答えください。
別に死にたくて1番目を選んだわけじゃないさ。2番のカノン君を死なせること、こんなのもちろん論外だから除外。3番のその他みんなの命、こんなのももちろん論外だから除外。そしたら1番目の選択肢しか残らなかった。
消去法ですか。積極的にお選びになったわけではないと。
After chuckling slightly, Runaway dropped his gaze. A human couldn't even imagine what answer a demon would have been expecting. All she could understand was that this was apparently slightly below Runaway's expectations.
悪くはありませんが、良くもない回答です。60点というところでしょうか。少し失望しましたよ。
That's reasonable. Yeah.
自信を持って選べみたいなこと言っておいて、そうしてやったら失望とは自分勝手な野郎だぜ。
消去法というだけではないようですね。いずれにせよ落第点ですが、もう少しお考えがあるようだ。伺いましょう。
死にたくないさ。だから1番なんて誰だって選びたくない。人は幸せに生きたくて生の限りをあがいてるんだぜ。だから本当はまず1番目なんてありえないはずなんだ。
しかしあなたは1番目の選択肢、自分の命を捨てることを選んだ。その選択肢しか残らなかった。
一応それぞれの選択肢を選んだ後の未来のことを考えてみたぜ。
ほう、いかがでしたか？
まずカノン君を死なせてみた。私は自分の大好きな人を見捨ててまで生きる残りの生涯を想像してみた。
それはどんな生涯でしたか？
生きるにも値しない最低の女だった。いつまでも自らの選択を悔やみ、ただ後悔だけのために生きるみすぼらしい女だった。大好きな人を見捨てて生きることを選んだ最低の女なんて私には許せない。私が自ら引導を渡してやる。
Jesus.
勇ましい。では3番目の選択肢も考えられたのでは？
あ、私とカノン君以外の全員を死なせても見た。カノン君はそんな私を好きになるはずはない。そして私もまた、いくらカノン君がいてもそのために見捨てた大勢の命が、そしてその十字架はカノン君にまでのしかかった。私はカノン君に十字架を背負わせるために愚かな選択肢を選んだりはしない。もしそんなことをする私がいたなら、私はその未来の私を許さない。その女にも私が引導を渡してやる。
Jessica had pictured it in her mind. The future heard beyond which each of the three choices. There were 3 Jessicas. Of the 3, 2 had regrets. Only one could hold her head high and smile at Canon.
私さ、生意気にもカノン君に説教をしたことがあるぜ。自分の人生を思い切り生きてみろみたいなこと。
自分の人生を思い切り生きる。味わいある言葉ですね。それは意外にとても難しいものです。
だからさ、私が胸を張ってカノン君に見せなきゃならないんだよ。胸を張ってお天道様を真正面から見て、思い切り笑顔でいられる生き方ってやつを。
あなたの自己犠牲をカノンは受け入れられるでしょうか。あなたの身勝手な選択が余計に彼を傷つけてしまうことには思いが至りませんか。
だから伝言を頼みたい。
ほう、お聞きはしますが、何しろ私は悪魔です。約束は守らないかもしれませんよ。
守って、約束。
Jessica spoke that, looking quite unconcerned. She had asked the demon, who was about to take her life, to pass on a message, and she didn't think at all that she would be betrayed. At that extremely innocent smile, Runaway closed his eyes slightly and shrugged his shoulders.
いいでしょう。それで彼に何と伝えればよろしいですか。
Not gonna show us?
カノン君の思い切りの人生を生きて。
Huh.
ちょっと違う。カノン君のじゃない。本当の名前は未だに教えてもらえないけど、本当のカノン君の人生をそう伝えて。
God damn it. I apologize. God damn it. I can't. Well, that's what she said. Okay.
お嬢様。
ジェシカ、お前というやつを。
炉の上は気まぐれですから、伝言をしなかった可能性もありました。幸運でしたね。私がこの光景を見せていて。
A musty three-sided mirror was set beyond the bars, and the scene with Jessica was reflected on it. On the next mirror, the scene with George was reflected in the same way. None of them questioned how a three-sided mirror had appeared from a group of butterflies. Nor did they wonder why these scenes with Jessica and George were reflected on it. Because the reflected scenes themselves were more important.
そこまでこいつのために命をも投げ出せるというのか。
申し訳ありません。
Cross looked over at Cannon, with a complicated expression mixed in with a bitter smile. Cannon wouldn't meet his eyes.
ワルギリア様、お嬢様が命を落とされることはありません。僕を殺してください。2番目の選択肢に変えてください。
Nope. It's not your it's not your test, it's hers. So, sorry. Nope.
それで、すべては丸く収まるはずです。
その願いを私に叶えることはできませんよ。これはジェシカの選んだ自らの選択なのですから。
At that time, suddenly, the air split and the Chester sisters appeared, flying into Virgilia's chest. Okay.
Urugiya-sama!
Grampy made me cry. Where? Okay, I'm done. Jesus Christ.
ひどいんです。コールラスベス教がひどいんです。
My ears.
私だって頑張ってるのであります。
Oh my god, even her. Son of a bitch.
潰して家畜の餌とかあんまりであります。
Oh shit. It's okay to cry. Aww. Virgilia, who still didn't have a clue what was going on, was mobbed by... mobbed? What the fuck? Was mobbed. It's late night, folks. Leave me alone. Mobbed by the sobbing Chiesta sisters.
はいはい、大丈夫ですよ、大丈夫ですよ。泣かないで、泣かないで。
That's going into one of the files there. Mobbed. Okay.
美味しいお紅茶を入れてあげますからね。お前たち、ここの見張りを任せます。不審な真似をしたらすぐに知らせるのですよ。
The goat attendants all faced each other, nodding their heads. Virgilia took the Chiesta sisters and left. The sound of them going up the stairs could be heard, so they had probably gone to an upper floor. Oh my god, the beefy boys.
チャンスだわ。
No, don't try anything. God damn it.
このヤギ頭どもは頭が悪いみたい。
Son of a bitch.
うまく騙せないかしら。
Kyrie realized that an opportunity had arrived, but even so, she hadn't thought of a way to break the metal bars. But Jessica reflected on the three-sided mirror, had her eyes closed, as though in contemplation. The way she had both hands stuck into her pockets, wanting to be defiant until the very end, might have been her own aesthetic stance.
私の言い分は以上だ。殺せよ。
わかりました。それでは、ご安心を。あなたへの死は、どんな眠りよりも優しく、慈悲深いものにいたしますよ。
As Runaway raised his palm, he slowly approached Jessica.
くそー！
Realizing that his daughter was about to be killed, Cross went half mad and repeatedly body slammed the metal bars. The goats looked like they were sneering at how a mere human didn't stand a chance at breaking those bars. Cross's pointless efforts certainly may have been comical, but Cross was giving it everything he had. He was now living with all he had as Jessica's father, so that he could save her. Ganon made a tight fist with both hands. If he used his cursed power, he might be able to cut through even metal bars, but there were a full 3 goats. There was no way he could defeat 3 of them in an instant. It would instantly be reported, and even Virgilia and the Chiesta sisters would probably dash in. Even if he could break the bars, that would be the end of it. It was useless. Kanon already knew that the witch sneered at useless efforts like that, so he could do nothing but stare at Cross's repeated body slams.
庄司様。
Shannon, who had been looking at the 3-sided mirror, raised her voice. When they looked, they could see George, who had been silent the whole time, lift his face. Oh? It seemed that George had also decided on an answer. Alright, and? What's it gonna be?
決まった
Oh?
君の答え。
ああ、決まったよ。
それは揺るぎない答え？
ああ、揺るぎないね。
なら、聞かせてもらうわ。ああ、ちなみに、ジェシカはどうも、自分の命を差し出すことを選んだようよ。まさか、優柔不断な君も、同じ答えを選んだって言うんじゃないでしょうね。
ジェシカは、ジェシカの答えを出したのさ。それがどの選択であろうとも、それはジェシカの答えだ。僕の答えに何も干渉しないよ。
そう。なら改めて聞くわ。以下に掲げる3つのうち、2つを得るために1つを生贄に捧げよ。1、2、3。あなたが選んだのは、どれ？まさかジェシカと同じ1番？
違うね。
へえ。
I fucking knew it. I called it, didn't I? God damn it. Gap looked a little surprised, because she had thought this timid-looking man would obviously choose that option.
ならよかったわ。私にとって一番退屈な選択肢が外れてくれてよかった。じゃあ、まさかとは思うけど、2番？シャノンの命を見捨ててみせる？
まさか。今夜まさに婚約指輪を贈ろうという相手を、どうして僕が。
これは大胆だわ。それが君の答えなの。
そうさ。僕の答えは、3番さ。
Oh. Okay, douchebag. Really? Wow. Wow. Holy shit, I did not think he would choose something like that. He would rather everyone else be killed besides him and Shannon. Oofa. George took the third option. Everyone else's lives. Unsurprisingly, Gap hadn't imagined that he'd give an answer like that. She had been sure that he'd choose the same one as Jessica. So she was interested in how he had reached that answer. How he had reached an answer that had surpassed the imagination of the 33rd, ranked of the 72 demons.
聞かせてほしいわ。自分と愛する婚約者だけが無事で、それ以外の全てを犠牲にできる境地というのを聞かせてほしいわ。
Greedy little fuck.
あなたもジェシカと同じで、消去法というやつ？
違うね。はっきりこれしか僕には選択肢がないのさ。
自分さえ良ければいいと？愛する女と引き換えに世界を犠牲にできると？
君は何を言っているんだい？
何？
George faced the demon as he spoke, almost as though he was disgusted.
僕は今夜ここにシャノンを呼び出し、婚約の証である指輪を渡すつもりだった。僕とシャノンの婚約を祝福しない者もきっと多いだろう。僕は彼女との婚約を宣言することで親族すべてを敵に回すと覚悟していた。僕にはあるんだよ。この島に訪れたその時から。いや違う。彼女に婚約したいと打ち明けたその時からね。
結婚さえできれば他の何もかも犠牲にできると？
結婚とは自分は生涯妻の味方であり続けるということだ。僕にはその時点で彼女のために世界の全てを敵に回す覚悟があるんだ。
His answer, his explanation there disappoints the fuck out of me. Oh my god. Those words through this three-sided mirror also reached Shannon's ears. And that determination reached her eyes. Shannon certainly had promised to be given an engagement ring tonight. Then this incident had occurred, and she hadn't been able to receive the ring. But now, even though it wasn't in the form of a ring, Shannon had received something even greater. Okay. And as proof of that, a single tear with the same sparkle as a diamond dripped down.
それは何とも振るった答えだことね。なるほど。よく考えたら君にこれは気楽な選択肢だわ。だって君の両親は第一の晩にすでに殺されちゃってるんだもんね。今さら君にとって死んで困る人間は誰もいない。なるほどね。これは簡単な選択だったわ。
何とでも言うがいい。これが僕の、そして僕の次期当主としての覚悟と選択だ。
The sparkle in George's eyes was brilliantly sharp. For just an instant, Gap felt the same sense of threat as Kinzo's, and was slightly overwhelmed.
なるほど。ゴールドスミスと同じ答え。というわけ。君もあどけなさそうな顔して、将来はとんだ悪魔になるわけね。なんだ、私たちとてもうまくやれそうじゃない。君がゴールドスミスの後を継ぐ。そしてやがては私は召喚され、君に仕えることもあるかもしれない。それも案外面白いかもしれないわね。
Gap had needed to change her opinion of George. This man bore a determination and resolve unimaginable from his outward appearance. And not just now, but since the very beginning.
僕には今すぐ当主を継承する覚悟がある。いや違うね。君はこのテストを当主として考えろと言った。だから僕は自分が当主であると前提して答えたんだ。いや、それすら違う。当主そのものとして考えた。僕は今、後宮家の当主なんだ。
見事だわ。そこまで言えるなんてね。君はどうやらかなりの大物だわ。バトラとマリアのテストはまだだけど、私は君が合格でいい気がする。でもその答えがかけねなしの本当のものならね。
僕の覚悟を疑うというのか。
君が選んだ選択肢を実行できる？今すぐ自らの手でこの島に存在する全ての命を生贄に捧げることができる？自らの手でよ。
できるね。
don't like this motherfucker right now. I don't even like the fucking face he's making right now. I just want to fucking claw his ass up. Oh. Let me put this back right over here. Alright. Oh, I knew he was a fucking asshole. From episode 1, baby, I just fucking knew it.
その覚悟はあると僕は何度も言っている。
His true eyes are showing.
ならば今すぐゲストハウスに戻り、バトラとマリアを殺しなさい。
Don't you fucking. I swear to God, game. I swear to God, don't you fucking do this to me.
それが終わったら、他の人質たちも連れてきてあげる。君の手で、シャノン以外の全員を、その目の前で処刑してみせるのよ。できるんでしょ？
できるね。僕の覚悟は君程度のそれとはレベルが違う。
She is. I don't know. Is she gonna love you after fucking seeing you kill everyone else? For her? I don't.
ならば実行しなさい。すべてに死を。新しき後宮家の当主として、この血塗られた儀式の遂行を。
You're getting ahead of yourself there, Gap. It's supposed to be a test for all of them.
了解したよ。
Okay, I guess fuck everyone else, right? Alright. Sorry, Battler and Maria. I guess George's time for succession is here. Yippee.
実行する。
Yeah, you do that.
僕は今やもう後宮家の当主だ。
Sure thing, Bob.
ええ、そうよ。
Biddy bop.
自らの手で、その玉座を赤く染めなさい。君は悪魔たちを滑る魔界の王となる。
Gap was convinced. This man truly was fitting to succeed Kinzo's madness.
吹けよ嵐、鳴らせよ雷鳴。
I am not liking this one bit.
新しき魔王の誕生を祝うがいい。
Oh, shut the fuck up.
悪魔の島は今、新しい王を迎えた。
Man, I love her, but she a goddamn ass kisser. That's what she is. In response to the demon's call, a tempest raged more and more. Then a massive lightning bolt fell, its tearing thunder and brilliant light giving the sensation of a moment of silence.
でさ、その殺害の順番だけど、僕が決めていいわけだよね。
どうぞご自由に。新しき六軒島の魔王陛下。あなたの御心の赴くままに。
とりあえずさ、その一番目が君になるわけだけど、いいかな。
え？
A gust of wind blew, stirring up George's jacket as if it was a cloak. It was very much like the cloak worn by the head. It definitely carried that impression of dignity. At that time, Gap truly did see the storm wiped away, and the sky covered with a pure, white, and vast full moon. The man who called himself the new head bore the full moon on his back and sneered at the demon.
後宮家親族のすべての命さえも今や僕の財産だ。
Oh shit! Trickaroo!
それに損害を出してくれた賠償。
I gotta be honest, I fell for it. I fell for it. But it's nice to see the trickaroo switcheroo, baby.
安くは済まないよ。まさか、僕の両親に、夏日おばさん、ルドルフおじさん、ローザおばさん、そして、源氏さんの命を奪っておいて、この僕が見逃すと、本気で思ってるのかい？
Oh, shit.
はは。
Ooh, is it just me? Is it getting warm in here?
生意気よ。
Oh! Snap, crackle, pop! Renovate was trying to press his palm against Jessica's chest. Wait, what? And stop her heart. But right before he could, his hand stopped. On the carpet at their feet. 1, 2. Small red flowers bloomed with a plop plop. The seed of those flowers was way up high, piercing into the heavens on Jessica's fists. Runaways' nose was stained red with spewing blood, and those drops had been dripping onto the carpet.
ちなみにさっきのは乙女としての回答な。
Oh my god!
次期当主としての回答は別だぜ。
お伺いしますよ。
大好きな人も家族も親族もみんな私が守る。私が当主ならそれは私の責務だ。
Oh my god, they both did the switcheroo! Oh my god!
お父さんは威張ってるだけじゃない。私や母さんを守ってた。後ろ宮家を受け継ぐ重圧ってやつと何十年も戦ってた。だからわかるぜ。次期当主ってのはな、軽くねえんだよ。だからさ、捨てられるんだよ。自分の命くらい簡単にかけられちまうんだよ。
Are we about to get an action scene? Oh my god. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty dope. Jessica knew. She knew that in order to protect her family, her father had bluffed and fought alone continuously. Jessica understood something that his back had been telling her. Another left swing, oh my god, was buried into Runaway's face. That terrifying strike wasn't due just to the brass knuckles she was using. Oh, oh my gosh, she's doing something dirty here. She a dirty fighter. Oh, hell yeah, giggity. It was a strike of a person, a family head, who could throw away everything in order to protect.
父さんが次期当主の資格を失ったなら、順当に次の当主は私が継承するぜ。後ろ宮家当主、後宮ジェシカ。これ以上好きにさせるほどふぬけちゃいねえぜ。
素晴らしい回答です。先ほどの点数を改めましょう。その回答に10点プラス。
Just a plus
見
10.
事な左ストレートに10点プラス。
Oh, there you go, another 10.
ってことは
That's 80.
あと20点プラスで100点満点だな。
Hell yeah. As Runaway jumped backwards, somersaulting in midair, he violently wiped away the blood pouring from his nose. It had become not blood, but petals of a red rose. The blood on his face was wiped off, and in its place was a grin filled with a delight he hadn't felt in so many centuries that he couldn't remember.
ジェシカ様の覚悟、満点に値するかどうか、この炉の上、試させていただきますよ。
うぜえぜ、かかってきやがれ。
Oh my god!
おいで奈落へ。
Oh shit. Whoa! Suddenly, beneath George's feet, a pitch-black pitfall opened its mouth wide. Of course, George had no way of resisting. After being swallowed up by that, George fell out of a pitch-black hole that had opened up in the ceiling of the arbor. Oh my god! As George fell down, he was hit by a reverse roundhouse kick. He was hit by a reverse roundhouse kick from a sharp stiletto heel, like a strike from a carefully aimed bee. Oh yeah. Damn. We getting the action, baby. The instant George, after being blown out of the arbor, thought that he'd be swallowed up by a rosebush. Another pitch-black hole opened there and swallowed George up. And this time, a pitch-black hole opened at Gap's feet before her eyes, spitting a defenseless George out of it. At that time, Gap had already finished the preparatory motions for the next reverse roundhouse kick. That's the only move you can do?
これは。
おかえりなさい。
Oh, yeah, baby! Alright. Now we mean business. Thumbnail, obviously. Duh. Right side of the head. Below the right armpit. Ouch. Side of the right knee. Ouch. As Gap danced and spun like a small cyclone. She kept hitting him. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. I'm sorry, something about that fucking made me laugh. Okay. With successive roundhouse kicks. The fourth one became a sweep, cutting George's feet out from under him and making him fall down on his ass. But of course, there was no floor there. Oh, okay. But a pitch-black hole and George was swallowed up once again. Gap once again spun around like a small cyclone. George was once again spat out from the ceiling of the arbor.
食らって噛み締めなさい。奈落の終点が一撃。
A one move, baby!
死ね!
Oh shit. Did he? Did he? Did he die? Did he die? Did he get? Did he get? Oh. Oh, yep, okay. I guess so. The sharp strike of the queen bee pierced the heavens like a rising cyclone. It kicked through George's lower chest as he fell from the ceiling. And then, time froze. George was pinned in midair by Gap's raised leg. Still pinned in midair, George moaned. Then Gap, with George still hung up on her foot, grinned.
認めてあげるわ。君の態度だけは一人前よ。でも、力が伴わなきゃダメだわ。知ってる？この世を滑るには3つの力が必要だそうよ。一つは権力、一つは財力、最後は何か知ってる？
本で読んだよ。暴力だろう。
正解。君にはそれが足りないわ。
Gap finally released George. She kicked upwards one more time, changing into another roundhouse kick and knocking him into a pillar.
権力を伴わない王者にも、財力を伴わない王者にも、そして暴力を伴わない王者にも、人は誰も金蔵はその3つを兼ね備えたわ。だからこそ暴君として君臨した。 君も金蔵の後継者を名乗るならば、その貫禄を見せてごらんなさい。ほら、いつまで寝ているの？立ちなさい。じゃないとまた落ちるわよ。
悪くない動きですよ。しかしレディーには少々ふさわしくないかと存じますよ。
いやー、ひょろひょろとちょっこまかと反撃してこねえのかよ。なめてんのか、うぜえやつ。
Runaway dodged skillfully, jumped back, and avoided Jessica's fists. But he still didn't strike back himself. Because of his dodge that was as rapid as a fluttering flag blown by strong winds, Jessica's fist wasn't even able to touch him. Amidst the sensation that her own blood was boiling, Jessica regained her offensive composure. Even though this room was large for a bedroom, it was a very cramped place to keep up such exaggerated dodges in for long. She calmly realized that and started using not just her fists, but her legs as well.
ほう、ボクシングは腕でやるだけのうちは半人前です。腕は熱く吠えたける獅子のように、そして足は冷たく獲物を狙って追い詰める蛇のように。
蛇に足はねえぜ。
確かに。
Jessica began cornering Runaway towards the wall with perfect footwork. She didn't let him get around her. Runaway's magnificent dodges looked flashy, but they needed a large footing. Once cornered, he wouldn't be able to dodge anymore. Jessica knew the characteristics of her weapon, the brass knuckles, very well. This powerful weapon's most notable characteristic was how it didn't give the opponent a chance to defend. Even if they blocked with their arm, that arm would receive direct damage. If it hit the wrong way, it might even break the bone. So she cornered him. With this fist, she'd whittle away at this demon who'd lost any way to escape.
おっと、おや、いつの間に。
ようやく追い詰めたぜ。みんなを捕らえている場所はどこだ。クソジジイのいる場所はどこだ。洗いざらい喋ったらそのヒゲをむしり取るだけで勘弁してやるぜ。
それは困ります。これでもセットに毎朝1時間をかけているのですから。
ギブスの世話になったらそれもできね
えな。おっと。
Runaway had blocked Jessica's fist with his arm. He tried to act as though it was no big deal, but it must have hurt a lot. Jessica grinned. Runaway smiled the same way, but twitched slightly.
なるほど。これは確かに痛いですね。
最終勧告。泣いて詫びろ。
Cry and apologize. God damn it.
それはできませんね。キャラが崩れます。
ならお前が崩れ落ちるといいぜ。鶴瓶打ちだー。
Jessica's fists were buried into Runaway, but there was a resistance that seemed too hard and the sound of breaking glass which startled Jessica. At a glance, it looked like Runaway had caught Jessica's fist with his palm. That wasn't quite true. When Runaway opened his hand, a faint purple glowing barrier, like a glass shield, appeared. How dare you? Stopping the attack by a hair's breadth. Pulling herself together, Jessica let her fists fly again, but with a truly magnificent gesture, Runaway caught all of them.
悪魔ですので。 この程度の魔法くらいは。それにしてもなかなかやりますね。人間だったら私はここで降参だったでしょう。悪魔だからまだ戦い続けることができる。
おかしな真似を。
それで終わりですか？攻撃を繰り出すばかりでご自身の防御がおろそかではありませんか？
One of his palms shot to within a hair's breadth of Jessica's stomach. Jessica was knocked away by the purple shield, rolled backwards, and smashed her head on the bed.
人間ごときに私のシールドは破れませんよ。もう二度と私の体に触れることができると思わぬことです。
ならよ、そのシールドごとぶち抜いてやるぜ。
不屈な方だ。その根性。なるほど。次期当主として実にふさわしい。もう少しお相手させていただきましょうかね。
Oh god, no, please don't prolong this.
これも試験官の役得です。
Oh god damn it.
砕けろー
Okay. Gap looked down on George, sneering. George was on a path in the rose garden, lying face down in a puddle. The merciless rain beat down on him, so that it looked as though even the heavens were mocking him.
立ちなさい。また落ちるわよ。
George stood up shakily. It seemed his spirit hadn't given up, but the damage done to his body was fairly significant.
命乞いなさい。君のしていることは何も選ばない4番目の選択肢に同じ。君が選んだのは3番目の選択肢でしょ。両手両膝をついて詫びれば私への比例を許してあげるわ。そしたら君を地下牢へ案内してあげる。そこで君は愛するシャノンと非力な自分のために他の人質たちを一人ずつ殺していくの。できるわよね。その覚悟はあると君は豪語したわ。
George didn't answer, but his gaze was still obstinately resisting surrender.
あまり強情が過ぎると今度こそ奈落の底の底まで。お
When I thought she was done. Damn. Oh well. Gap's strength was evident. That was probably clear, even more than it was to George himself. To Shannon's group watching through the three-sided mirror. Oh my god, how many back and forths are we going through? Jesus.
やめて。私なんかのために。
姉さん。
私のことなんて好きにならなければ、ジョージ様は誰とも戦わなくていいんでしょ。なら、私なんて捨ててください。忘れてください。
There was no way that voice could have reached George. But even so, George answered.
嫌だね。僕は屈服しない。
へえ、どうして？
それが僕の覚悟だからだ。僕はシャノンのために全てと戦う。そして全てに認めさせ、全てに僕たちを祝福させる。
ねえ、聞かせて。どうしてあのシャノンとかいう家具のために、そこまで言えるの？あんなの、ただの出来損ないじゃない。給仕一つ満足にできない、ガラクタ家具だわ。
愛する女性への暴言を、僕はそれ以上許さない。
だったら何？ひ弱な僕ちゃんが、私にどう抗うというのかしら。
人を愛するとは強さだ。それを知ったから、僕は強くなれた。シャノン、僕は君を愛している。その言葉だけで、僕は何度でも立ち上がれるんだ。
シャノンは力よ。私に愛を語られても。
いや、伝わった。それが愛だからだ。シャノンには今、僕の言葉が聞こえているよ。そうだと信じられることこそが、愛だ。
こいつ。
シャノン、君は家具なんかじゃない。家具だったとしても、世界でただ一つの、僕だけの家具だ。生涯、僕と寄り添ってほしい。僕には君が、永遠に必要だ。
庄司様。焼けるわ。口説きならうちの人を超えたわね。
若さですな。
愛が強さ？なら坊やはどうしてそんなにひ弱なの？その弱さがつまり君の愛の程度なわけね。婚約者への愛もひ弱。両親のあっけない死に様もひ弱。君の人生は何から何までひ弱だわ。
シャノンは、僕に愛と強さを教えてくれた。もし君が、僕の強さだけで、シャノンへの愛を確かめようというのなら、僕の愛を教えよ
う。言うわね。なるほど。何度も蹴り倒されて転がされ、それでも立ち上がるのがシャノンからもらった強さだと。なら、あっけなく殺されたあんたのお父さんとお母さんからは何をもらったの？
At that time, there was a blackout, even though they were outside.
違う。これは。
The thing blocking Gap's vision was the bottom of George's shoe! Oh my god. Oh, they had it prepared so epically, but there you go. The bottom of his fucking foot. Oh my god, that was beautiful, man. Okay. That was something.
即頭蹴り。尾骨骨折。
It had stopped right in front of the tip of Gaps's nose.
母さんにもらったものは、この蹴りだ。
This fucking music. Yes. Oh my god, I love it. Several moments later, Gap jumped back. Of course, that was too late. If George hadn't stopped, he would probably have caused the damage he'd announced.
そして父さんにもらったのが、忍耐力。
Anger with a low boiling point isn't something to be truly feared. True anger is disciplined by fortitude.
君の暴力的意思表示は理解した。また婚約者と両親への名誉毀損も理解した。そしてそれを撤回する気がないんだね。
こいつ。
君の攻撃はもう十分に理解したから、そろそろいいかな、反撃しても。
ほざくな、坊やの分際で。
A pitch black hole opened its mouth at George's feet. But George rapidly opened his legs, straddling the hole. Oh yeah. The same move won't work again. It was an extremely smooth dodge, and the upper part of his body didn't even quiver.
忍耐とは熱くならず冷静に相手の出方を研究することだ。何のために？決まってるじゃないか。わかるかい？
わかんないわよ。
反撃してきっちり借りを返し、二度とちょっかいを出したくないと思わせ、涙と鼻水で顔面をぐちゃぐちゃにして、それを拭うのを忘れて、額を地面にこすりつけて何度も謝りたくなるほどに、完膚なきまでに完璧に徹底的に叩きのめすためだよ。
George dashed. Pitfalls opened one after another, but George didn't step in them again. And because he was persistent, he was able to reach Gap a second time.
後ろ回し蹴り、顎部骨折。
It was stretched out more forcefully and beautifully than Gap's had been. Of course, while it centered directly onto Gap's face, it stopped a hair's breadth away. Perhaps she couldn't rely on pitfalls at this close range. Gap kicked at George's shins as a diversion, and in the instant of weakness when he tried to deal with that, she aimed a kick at his stomach. It was a bee-like stab by her stiletto heel, but it sliced through the air while where George was no longer was. Blah 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 blah.
上段かかと落とし。
Blah 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 blah.
鎖骨骨折。
I just want to enjoy it, man. Why do I have to read? By Gap's side, George calmly announced that, his foot still raised. If that monarch's heel had swung down, a collarbone fracture would probably have been the least of her worries.
こいつ、資金じゃ私より強いの。距離を。
She jumped backwards to open a large gap between them. Hey! She jumped and leapt and even flipped in midair, increasing that distance. It should have been magnificent, but for some reason it was very similar to the movements of a small, scared animal. If she opened the distance between them, she'd be able to fight at the range that was her specialty, using a mixture of pitfalls and kicking techniques.
バカが私を倒せるチャンスを3度も逃した傲慢。奈落の底で後悔なさい。
When she magnificently landed and tried to aim a pitfall, a razor-sharp wind cut Gap's bangs. Yes, it cut them. It happened twice. This time it didn't Sorry. It happened twice. This time it didn't just stop a hair's breadth away, but scattered her bangs with its air pressure.
アルマーダ・コン・マルテーロ。
Oh, hell yeah.
第一撃で眼底骨折。第二撃で脳挫傷。
Gap was too shocked to speak. George had closed in over all that distance in an instant, letting off a fearsomely nimble mid-air double kick. Furthermore, with the accuracy and dodge of a razor, it had cut nothing more than several of her bangs. 空手で蹴りの威力を、テコンドーで速度、
カポエイラでは自在の間合いを学んだ。母さんが色々と移り気でね。でも色々と特徴を学べて勉強になったよ。
なぜ当てない？私が女だからとでも言うのか？
君は王者の力として3つ目に暴力と言ったね。君はどうやらまだその暴力の意味を誤解しているようだ。この場合の暴力とはね、短絡的に振るわれる乱暴のことを言うんじゃない。敵対すれば無傷では済まないという抑止のことを指すんだよ。
抑止だと？
In short, this is what it meant. This is why all of George's attacks up until then had stopped a hair's breadth away. These bare misses, which were more difficult than hitting directly, had all been performed so splendidly. Also, if George had wished for it, any one of those would probably have crushed Gap. He had daringly not done that.
君も言ったろ。暴力は滑る力だと。暴力で相手を破壊してしまったら滑られないじゃないか。
True.
王者の暴力とはね、見せるだけなんだよ。
But it's also true that sometimes even you controlling said enemy doesn't actually work out well.
破壊しない。屈服させて自らの財産とするんだからね。君に泡でも吹かれたらみんなの囚われてる場所に案内させられないよ。
Gap had to admit it. She had to admit that George understood force in its truest sense.
みんなのところへ案内してもらうよ。抵抗はおすすめしない。もう寸止めはしないよ。
ごめんねリア、あんたの兵隊借りさせて。私一人じゃ手に負えないわ、こいつ。
Oh boy. As a large pitch black hole opened in the sky. Thunk thunk thunk. 3 muscular goat attendants fell out. They surrounded George.
増援会？それは僕がひ弱であることを撤回したと受け止めていいのかな？
認めるわ。あんたの人間の力を侮ってたわ。
違うね。これが愛を覚えた男の強さなのさ。
ほざけ！臭いことをシャーシャーと。さあヤギたち、その男を潰して肉団子にしてやりなさい。このヤギたちはバカだけどパワーだけはあるみたいよ。あんたの死体婚約者にも見分けがつかなくしてあげるわ。
降伏拒否並びに継戦の意思了解したよ。以後は君の攻撃に等しい分だけ君に実害が及ぶことを宣言する。僕をまだ攻撃するつもりなら相応の損害を受けることになると覚悟するがいいよ。
What the fuck? Are you fucking for real? What is this shit, man? When George proclaimed that, a faint red magic circle rose up around him. It seemed that George couldn't see it. However, Gap, being a demon, could.
魔法？どうしてこいつが防御結界を？しかもそれ反撃特化？それがあんたの抑止という意味。
From a demon's perspective, that may have been magic. But in George's eyes, it was determination. It was a determination filled with certainty, which would be merciless to anyone who wished to fight anymore. and which would force them to prepare for a significant counterattack. Determination with certainty becomes magic. Renove had been accurately blocking Jessica's fist with his shield, but something felt odd. Even though he was certainly catching them on the shield, he felt his arm get jarred and it hurt. It should have prevented all physical damage. However, the damage from her fists was gradually being transmitted to his arm, piling up. Renove tried to act like he was composed so that this wouldn't be noticed.
私はバテねえぜ。どうしたよおっさん。ちっとは答えてきたかよ。
いくら攻撃しようとも無駄ですよ。私のシールドはあなたには砕けないとどうしてわからないのです？
砕けないからってよ、殴るのをやめはしないぜ。どんな固い心にだって言葉はわずかずつ響き、やがてはひびを入れることだってできるんだ。私は信じてる。この世に無駄な努力なんて存在しないってな。だから生きるんだろ、思いっきり。言葉だっていつか通じるなら拳だって同じってことだぜ。私の辞書には諦めるって文字は書いちゃいねえんだぜ。
Those words were probably aimed at Kenon. Kenon, who had seemed to reject Jessica's words. But Jessica knew that, no matter how stubborn his heart was, those words would eventually soak through. She believed that they would surely reach his heart, that the day would come when he would stop calling himself furniture and disparaging himself, and that he'd step out into a new life. So Jessica didn't give up. She didn't lose heart.
バカみてえだろ。男には理解できねえだろ。恋する乙女ってのはな、無駄だから諦めるって考えがねえんだぜ。
At that time, Renove certainly saw. He saw the reddish glow of light that encircled Jessica's fists.
これは参りました。エンチャントですか。浸透付与とは厄介な。
Inside her unrelenting fist and determination dwelled the power to succeed no matter what. From a demon's perspective, that was magic. Determination with certainty becomes magic.
な、無駄なんてことはねえだろ。
Holy shit, this is, never mind. I thought this was going to be a short one after I thought there was going to be a long one, but I guess it's going to be a long one after all. Oh my god, help.
通ってんだろ、私の拳。腕をかばってるぜ、おっさん。
もう少し本気を出さざるを得ないようですね。
Oh shit.
おっしゃる通りのようです。この世に無駄なことなどない。
そうさ、無駄なんて諦めたらそこで人生が終わっちまうぜ。通じるんだよ、絶対に。
I'm an idiot, so this is the only way I can live. But even so, I'm sure I'll be able to teach Kenon-kun about a new world someday. So I'm not gonna lose heart in a place like this. I'll definitely defeat you and save everyone.
くそ！なんとか隙間を。
Cross was repeating his useless effort to somehow open a hole between the metal bars. Useless. Nothing is useless. There's nothing. The lookout goats had been swallowed up by those black pitfalls and disappeared. Now was their once-in-a-lifetime chance. This was their only chance to break the bars.
よせ、無茶だ。クラウスさん、素手でどうにかなるもんじゃない。道具を探しましょう。無茶をするんじゃない。無駄と諦めたらそれまでと。
娘に言われてしまった。私の体は無理でも小柄なシャノンかカノンが抜けられれば。
この段階に至っては出ない知恵を絞るより行動あるのみね。力を合わせましょう。私もやるわ。カノン君、男の子でしょ。手を貸して。カノン君、
旦那様、下がってください。
何をする気だ。
いいよね。姉さん、もう一度だけあがいても。
私ももう一度だけあがくよ。一度だけじゃない。何度でも。
Jessica's voice had reached Canon. It certainly had permeated into his cold, rock-like heart. And George's voice had reached Shannon. If the love he had shown was embodied by strength, she would have to respond in the same way. An incredible metal sound ran out. In the first flash, several metal bars had severed horizontally, and in the next flash, they were severed horizontally again, causing many metal bars to clatter to the ground like bamboo shoots cut. Oh my god, I can't read words now! Help! Like bamboo shoots cut by a sword. Son of a bitch. Cross, Kyrie, and Nanjo didn't even have a clue what had just happened.
南條先生、お屋敷や廊下をどっちに。
左奥だ、左奥。
参りましょう、旦那様方。すぐにワルギリア様に気づかれます。
あんたたちは一体何なの？
僕たちは。
When Canon hung his head a little and faltered, Shannon slapped his shoulder, smiled, and spoke.
私たちは人間です。ワルギリア様！
I think this is the first time we're seeing this room. Huh. Purdy. Anyway.
警戒網に反応、脱獄です。
It's a jailbreak. I love that.
なぜか見張りのヤギがいません。
え？どうしてです？ガープですね。人の召喚物を勝手に。ガブガブガブ。
So you do have a nickname for her.
交戦規定確認。脱走者への射殺許可を申請であります。
おやりなさい。
No!
やっちゃいなさい。
What the fuck was that? Okay, she makes weird noises too now. Okay, fantastic.
ガブガブガブガブ。
Okay, you gotta stop that right now.
ガブ。
Stop it. Stop. What the fuck is going on all of a sudden?
了解であります。
Did she just fall over on her chair or something? Like, what? What? Okay.
45、410、追撃狙撃戦準備。
I come back into recording and this is what I get. Okay, this is fantastic. I love it.
男子、収束誘導弾。ワルギリア様、逃亡阻止結界を。
Oh my god, she actually did.
そうでしたね。
Wow. Okay.
ここから逃がしはしませんよ。
Okay, you can't go all weird and then go all refined and fancy. Nuh-uh. Can't do the switcheroo like that. You can't.
いったった。ガブガブ言ってたら舌噛みました。
That's why I said stop it. Heed my warning. The underground passage in front of them was once again blocked by metal bars. The door was, of course, locked. However, that was no problem for them now.
カノン、また鉄格子だ。
Your face is blocked, bitch.
頼む。
はい、旦那様。
しかしすごいわ。一体どういう原理なのかしら。
原理など興味ないね。大事なのは彼に鉄格子が切断できてここから脱出できることだけだ。
Hell yeah.
気にするなカノン、やれ。
お任せを。
Cannon sliced the metal bars again with his red curved blade. But there was a harsh, strange noise, and the metal bars only had a slight scratch.
なんとこれは頑丈な。
違う、エンチャントされてるワルギリア様の魔法杖だ。
切断できる？
もちろん。
With a few more whacks, of course, of course.
でも時間をかけるよ。
3分間待ってやる。
Go ham on that bar, boy. After taking a deep breath and concentrating his mind, Cannon extended a red curved sword again. When he pressed it hard against the metal bars, sparks sprayed, almost as though he was melting through it with a burner.
切断はできそうだが手こずりそうだな。
旦那様、敵に捕捉されました。下がってください。
追って誰も来てないわよ。
私の後ろに下がってください。狙われてます。45データ治療。標的は捕捉。地形誤差修正。射撃曲線形成。制御点補正完了。410データリンク。410データ受領。危険区域確認。問題なし。
WO 師団装填48発、個別誘導 F&F、 収束誘導弾準備完了。
45射撃準備完了。収束誘導弾装填。410にひひひ射撃。
A golden arrow that sparked gold was fired, leaving a gold tail streaming behind. It drew a curve, went through the door, through the keyhole, down the stairs, towards the underground path at full speed.
何か光りましたぞ。
黄金の矢はシールドで防げない。カノン君、迎撃態勢。リンクしよ
う。ゲートキーパー了解。姉さんと一緒に戦うのは久しぶりだ。動じらないでよ。
うん、本気でやる。
なら問題ない。
Cannon stopped cutting the bars and stood in front of Shannon. Behind him, Shannon closed her eyes, concentrating her mind deep into the darkness of the underground path. Oh, fancy. A guided cluster round is a special kind of arrow made up of 48 sub-rounds bound together. It explodes mid-flight and divides into 48 mini arrows. The strength of each individual one is low, but they pierce through all shields and possess a perfect wounding and killing power against personnel. And on top of that, each one of the 48 possesses autonomous guidance towards their individual targets.
光った。分裂した。
収束誘導弾分裂確認。師団46、7、8、48全弾捕捉。迎撃完成。カノンへデータリンク。
カノンデータ受領。姉さんの能力はすごいな。48発全部見える。
迎撃優先順位に注意。姉さんを信じて。
もちろんだ。僕は目を開ける必要さえない。
迎撃開始。 標健在迎撃されました。いや48発全部。
シャノンとカノンはもともと一組の家具ですからね。揃うと手強いこと。あいたたた、これ口内炎になっちゃうかしら。
落ち着け。再装填。弾種を変更。精密高速狙撃弾。精密狙撃戦準備。
そりゃいいね。追撃不能の超高速弾。ゲートキーパーごときじゃ防御不能だに。精密狙撃戦了解。精密射撃用データ収集開始。
一体今のは何なんだ。
安心して、私にもさっぱりよ。一つわかるのは、二人に頼らなきゃ死んでたってことね。
カノン君、ありがとう。鉄格子に戻って。多分次のは迎撃できない弾が来る。
そんな攻撃をどう防ぐんだ。
撃たせません。カノン君、霊視線防備。
At those words, Ken closed his eyes tightly and ground his teeth. With Shannon at the center, a pressure and impact that only non-humans could perceive it struck. Oh, well, shit. Oh my god, the flashing. Okay. Jesus Christ.
射撃システムエラー。ダメだ、再起動。あれ
霊波妨害。霊視防護。急げ。何をしてるか。早く耳を塞げ。45。
An unseen, unheard impact had struck the Chester sisters. 00 and 410 crouched down, covering their ears, but 45 didn't make it in time. As she stood bolt upright, her eyes rolled. She's been resolved into a fucking bunny. Okay. That's okay. Shut the fuck up.
45損傷。
Clearly.
コン
Yeah.
パイラのエンジンがいっちゃったよ。きゃ私もノイズがひどいに。
45。
Does she go down too? She a rabbit now? Yeah. Oh, what the
410
fuck?
そしてダブルを損傷。狙撃戦を断念。リンクでもろに来た。再起動しないと。
Raising their spirit particle sensitivity for precision sniping had backfired. They had taken the full brunt of the spirit particle shockwave Shannon had released. And not only 45, who had been hit directly, but also 00 and 410, who had been linked with her, were taken down.
大丈夫ですか？後でまた美味しい紅茶を入れてあげますからね。しっかり。
申し訳ございませんであります。再起動をかけます。数百秒ほどお待ちを。
All of the Chester sisters had fallen over. They would probably get back up eventually, but it looked like it would be hard for them to return to the battle lines for a while.
家具がブグを一時的にとはいえ退けますか。なるほど。
Oh, shit.
あの子の面白がる筋書きは実に大番狂わせが多いこと。
Nice expression there. Fucking Christ. That does not look good on a lady. Okay, mind you. Just saying. Virgilio tore the air with a large gesture, motioning as though opening a door.
さあさあおいでなさい。ヤギの従者たち。
Oh, even more of them. Fantastic.
お仕事の時間ですよ。脱走者たちを殺して捕らえなさい。死体でいいのですよ。どうせ蘇生できるし。
A gold-colored door opened in the air, and countless giant goats with muscular bodies peeked their faces out.
さあさあ急ぎなさい。脱走者は5人いるから5等賞までの早い者勝ち。素敵なご褒美がありますよ。さあさあ頑張って頑張って。
Regalia clapped her hands, urging them on. A prize. After facing each other at those words, the goats all rushed to the door at once, trying to get out, making the exit as packed as the... How do you pronounce that? And how do you pronounce that? What the fuck? I'll attempt, but I'm gonna butcher. Tozai or the Yamanote rail lines in the morning. I butchered them so hard, didn't I? Yeah, I did, Sinikle. Okay, I'm sorry. Each wanted to get out first, but so none of them could get out. Virgilia held her head in frustration. I would be frustrated too if I saw that. By that time, Kenan had managed to cut through the bars to make a crack that could be slipped through. It had been a bit of work for Cross, large as he was, and Nanjo with his lethal waste. But even so, they all managed to make it through. But after they did, they only had a couple seconds to be relieved. Immediately, another set of metal bars blocked the way in front of them.
厳重ね。よっぽどここの人を逃がしたくなかったんでしょうね。
カノン、すまんがもう一度頼む。辛いだろうが頼む。
There was sweat on Kanon's forehead. You could tell at a glance that cutting the metal bars, which had been made even more solid by magic, had physically exhausted him.
はい、お任せを、旦那様。
お前にしかできん。
This is going to be a long one.
どうか頼む。
I'm starting to think it's probably going to be a 3-hour. Oh my god. You see, this is why I like taking a few days off to help with each part of the recording. Anyway, only he could do it, holding tightly on to those words. I almost said something else. Kenan concentrated his mind once again and set himself to the task of cutting metal bars again.
後方、敵が来ます。
It's all he's ever good for.
ええ、今度は私たちにもわかるわ。すごい地響きね。とんでもない化け物が殺到してくるのがわかるわ。
Hell yeah.
ご安心を。今抜けた鉄格子を私が魔法城で封鎖します。ヤギたちごときには破れません。
Shannon held her hand out towards the metal bars they had gone through. But she stopped right away.
どうかしましたか？
バルギリア様が霊波妨害の中和を開始。破られるとまずい。シエスタ姉妹の再起動後のイニシアチブを奪われます。
可愛いウサギたちをいじめてくれたお返しはたっぷりとさせていただきますよ。この小賢しい霊視で優位に立とうというなら、それを丸ごと剥ぎ。
あのヤギたちにその鉄格子の隙間は狭すぎる。
Okay, just for clarification, I did not do that. The game did it on its own.
しばらくは食い止めてくれるはず。
何を言っているかさっぱりだもん。
だいぶやばいってことだけは理解できたわ。
Kyrie picked up a metal bar that only Kanon had just cut. Cross had no weapon, but he rubbed his fist, and the two of them glared into the depths of the underground passage, where the shaking was coming from.
この鉄格子で遮るものはおしまいのはずだ。
ここから屋敷までどのくらいあるんです？
かなり歩く。道は平坦だが30分は歩いた記憶が。
全力疾走ならその半分ってことだわ。
They couldn't tell for sure, since they didn't have the three-sided mirror. But there was no guarantee that George and Jessica would still be alright against demon opponents after all this time.
歩く2倍の速度で走れば15分。さらにその2倍で走れば8分を切るわ。
さらにその倍の全力疾走なら5分かからん。問題ない。
むちゃくちゃな計算ですな。ですがカジマの計算式はそういうものです。
申し訳ございません、旦那様方。後を頼みます。
任せたまえ。カノンは1秒でも早く鉄格子を。シャノンはワルギリアとかいう魔女への妨害に専念したまえ。追っては私とキリエさんで防ぐ。
Then the roars of beasts ran out from the darkness, and several fiery, glowing, bright red eyes appeared. Goats that were several levels more massive than the guards were rushing with an incredible force. The tremors they created were almost like an earthquake. Oh my god. They brought a frightening intensity and terror, but Kyrie actually laughed with relief. Those massive bodies wouldn't be able to go through the crack in the bars. The group of goats crashed into the metal bars with a fierce sound, like that of a train colliding with a dead end. Clumps of dirt fell here and there from the ceiling, and you could tell that the metal bars had bent, as if collapsing. Their charging power probably was on par with a train. If the metal bars hadn't been there, they would likely have overwhelmed the 5 of them and crushed them in an instant. When the group of goats pressed up against the metal bars noticed the 5 people right in front of them, they let out a terrible howl, trying to intimidate the 5. Or maybe that was out of pain from their game of push and shove. One calm goat among them figured out what should be done about the metal bars, then grabbed 2 of them with its massive arms and began bending them as though opening double doors. Kyrie sharply jabbed her metal pole at one goat's vitals. The goat let out a roar of anguish. It probably hurt a lot, but that was all. It wasn't enough to bring it down.
クラウスさん
Beat him to a pulp. Still holding the metal pole she had stuck out, Kyrie relinquished, there we go, the opposite tip to Cross. Cross ran there with all his might, jumped up and kicked it down with all his weight and kicking power combined. All that destructive power was focused on a single pole, drilling it in. Man, there's a lot of action scenes that I'm gonna have to fucking read out, huh? This is,
大丈夫ですかな。
sheesh. Oh my god, okay.
幹部は揉まないように。お薬は後で処方しましょう。お大事に。
What? As the goat... Sorry. Oh, as the goat who'd taken a pile bunker to its vitals with teary eyes, it nodded its head. Okay, yeah.
私たちのリンクも結構いけるじゃない。
What the fuck ever.
シャノンちゃんたちには負けられないわ。
当然じゃないか。私たちは仲良し一族だからね。
2人がかりでならいけるわ。次、右側のあいつ。
了解だ。いい嫁さんじゃないか。ルドルフめ。少し愚痴が多かったんじゃないか。
へえ、後で聞かせてもらうわ。
Okay. Like, wow, can you hold off on the flirting there for a little bit there, boy?
ルドルフさん、天国で青くなっても手遅れよ。
And we're back here. The goats' massive bodies were buried in rose bushes. Even taking into account that a leg's power is 3 times that of an arm's, this strength surpassed common sense. To think that those massive bodies had been kicked in the chin and flow through the air. It was too fierce. Even George seemed a little surprised.
僕の蹴りが化け物にも通用したとはね。驚きだよ。
あんたの反撃特化結界のせいよ。ブレイズした攻撃力をそのまま自らに上乗せしてる。あんたの蹴りにはその化け物どもの怪力が加算されてるのよ。
へえ、よくわからないけど僕にぴったりじゃないか。誰であろうとも攻撃してくるなら等しい反撃を覚悟してもらう。専守防衛、僕のポリシーそのものだ。
That's why Gap couldn't easily touch him. The counterattack style barrier had no defensive power. However, because of its countering ability, it could be useful in defense by making the opponent hesitate to attack. The goat who had been foolish and so had attacked without worrying. But this second effect had worked in full against Gap.
こいつらは単調だね。パワーが互角であるならば小柄な方が有利だ。
He lightly dodged the log-like arms. When those arms touched the barrier that protected George, they let off a strong red light. The tip of the counterattack foot would then gain the same sparkle, and the superhuman power of the goat added to its own. The second goat fell forward and floated in the air for a second. Then George's next roundhouse kick missed right over the falling goat's head. For an instant, the goat hoped, oh my god. For an instant, the goat hoped it might get away with its life. But no. A heel was dropped onto the back of its head, and it was forced to kiss the ground. Oh yeah, make out with that grounder, baby.
上段回し蹴りからの練りチャギは基本だろ。たまにやると結構当たるよ。
こいつ厄介だわ。マジで厄介だわ。
何が悪魔だ、何が魔女だ。六軒島の主人はこの後宮家だよ。それを体で教えてやるよ。
こいつ。
The only way to finish off George, now that his body was wrapped up in a counterattack style barrier, was to deny him a chance to counterattack. Nothing to do but suck him into the abyss next, then kick and drop him, kick and drop him, kick and drop him, until she kicked him to death. But George had already completely seen through the faint warning signs that told of the appearance of Gap's pitfalls. If he could jump over the next pitfall, then this time, he would probably pulverize Gap's head with his whirlwind-like kick, without holding back in the slightest, just as had been done to his parents. She was able to envision that scene vividly. Gap hated Kinzo more than ever for calling her out to this ridiculous island. There's a little glitch happening there, but okay. Even though Runaway held out a shield, he had finally started using his hands. Without a more powerful shield, he wouldn't be able to block Jessica's fists anymore. The enchantment done on Jessica's fist grew the more she fought. The permeating upgrade had already grown several times, and those fists had also been given an impact upgrade, a piercing upgrade, and a speed upgrade, making them fists worthy to fight on par with a demon.
どうしたよ。へばってきたんじゃねえのかよ。動きが鈍ってきてるぜ。
いいえ、ジェシカ様の動きと思考、動体視力が飛躍的にエンチャントされているのです。私の動きは最初から変わっていませんよ。あなたの動きが私を捉えつつあるのです。
それでも反撃はしねえわけか。
こ これが私のこだわりですので。しかし、このままというわけにもいきますまい。そろそろ本気で終わりにさせてもらいますよ。
Runaways' face turned into an expression he hadn't shown before. It was full of respect for Jessica in a truly demonic way, because it was an expression he only showed for enemies who made him get serious. Ew, purple.
なんだこれ
With a gesture of his whole body that you couldn't call elegant, Runaway held out a shield with all his strength, a shield of the size and thickness of a wall. It was more tenuous than a simple shield. I think I'm tenacious. There we go. It literally was a wall. And on top of that, with all of Runaway's magical power, it pushed Jessica back bit by bit. Did he plan on pushing her back against the wall and crushing her to death? Jessica tried to break through the wall with both fists, but it was solid. Without any exaggeration, it was solid.
これがお前の本気かよ。上等だぜ。打ち砕いてやらー。
今度はそうはさせませんよ。この壁は一味違います。どれ、私もエンチャントさせていただきましょう。
Oh shit. When Runaway made a magic sign almost like a ninja, the wall glowed red for just an instant, and some kind of ominous power dwelt within it. Jessica was able to recognize that almost immediately with her body. Every time her fist hit the wall, pain was... What? Oh, sorry. I thought there was a W there. Pain as though glass fragments had scattered and hit all over her body rebounded against her.
攻撃反応装甲を付与させていただきました。ジェシカ様の攻撃を相殺することで威力を減退させ、のみならず反応破片で反撃までできる優れものです。
Damn, that's cool.
殴り続けるのは大いに結構ですが、それは自らにも及びますよ。
That is some badass shit right there. Damn.
つまり、お前の壁と私の我慢比べってことかよ。上等だ。
ジェシカ様が膝をつくのが先か、壁に押し込まれるのが先か、見物させていただきましょう。
打ち破って、この壁ごとお前の横っ面をぶっ飛ばす方が先かもな。見てやがれ。
Without hesitation, Jessica punched using both fists. What the fuck did I just say? Each time she did, a large amount of shards scattered, torturing her entire body. Instantly, several red gashes appeared all over her. She grimaced at the intense agony, but her eyes were burning with fighting spirit, and her lips curved in a grin that stood in sharp contrast to the pain.
カノン、まだかね。私たちは平気だが、奴らを防ぐ鉄格子が平気ではなさそうだ。
もう少しです。
Oh.
こいつらキリがないわ。おしくらまんじゅうだけで鉄格子を破りかねない。
The group of goats made the metal bars creak. Several arms grabbed the bars, twisting them with superhuman strength. However, some bars were being pulled in opposite directions by different hands. Apparently, they really were stupid. Jesus Christ. The way those countless hands grabbed the metal bars sometimes happened to match up by chance. Several hands grasping two metal bars neatly put their power together and pulled the bars to the left and right. The incredible sound of metal bending could be heard, and that crack was getting larger bit by bit. Oh my god. They attacked the arms of those goats one by one, but they weren't getting anywhere. They couldn't stop the gap from From sorry. Now every time I hear Gap, I just oh yeah, baby. Anyway, I'll start from the beginning. They couldn't stop the Gap from spurting left and right. Oh yeah. Winky. Okay, anyway. At that time, there was a loud metal sound behind them. Kanon had finally finished cutting.
早く。
キリエさん、レディーファーストだ。南條先生も続いてる。
旦那様、ここは僕に任せてください。これは
Huh? Kanon's red sword that had cut the metal bars disappeared.
ごめん、ワルギリア様の霊視線影響下に入った。私たちの魔力が中和されてる。
よくも大魔女と呼ばれた私にここまで抗ったものです。もはやその地下道ではあなたたちの魔法は使えませんよ。
A magic circle column drew a complex magical formula with what the fuck? With Virgilia at the center. Oh my god. With such genuine magic being used, Shannon's power couldn't even compete. On the contrary, it was surprising that she had withstood as long as she had.
霊視優勢を確保。さあ、シエスタ姉妹、今度こそあなたたちの出番ですよ。
Are we almost done here? For the fucking Lord's Christ, please! I don't want this being 3 hours. Are you fucking mad?
ってまだ再起動してるんですか？なんで最近の子は寝起きが悪いの？
Really? I mean, it's true, but really? You had to put that in there?
申し訳ありませんであります。
God fucking damn it.
私たち全員バージョンが違ってて。
なんでバージョン変わるたびにショートカットとプルダウンがしっちゃかめっちゃかになるに。前回不正の終了がありました？管理者権限？何これわけわかんない。早く直して。
この得体トラブルシュートにコール。何？ユーザーコードがないと教えない？
ユーザーコードは45が管理してるに。
Okay, enough of that, please.
9999にしか聞こえん。紙に書かせろ。
言語支援システム再起動できてないから文字も書けないに。
Well, then you all suck. Haha. Bitches.
お前たちはゆっくり修理していなさい。
Oh yeah, they're stronger than the others, huh? Yeah. They may be stronger, but they lack in the mental department. Not saying that's bad, but in this situation, that's bad.
私が行ってきます。
Oh, fuck. Ah, shut up. Anyway, back here. The narrow underground passage was packed with goats, truly like a commuter train in the morning. Virgilia was again shocked by this congestion. Congestion?
何をやってるんですか？
The fuck? Ah!
え？
So much shit going around in my fucking room. What the hell's going on here?
ご褒美が欲しいから一番乗りがしたい。
We're trying to
他の
record
ヤ
and
ギ
shit
にご
happens. I
褒美
love
を
it.
奪われたくないから邪魔をし合っている。このおバカヤギたちが！私が行きますから道を開けなさい。何？嫌ですって？ワルギリア様がご褒美を奪うつもりだ？なんでスクラム組んでるんですか？きつい狭い。いつからここはヤギ専用車両に？
Okay, this joke is getting a little bit out of hand. Jesus Christ.
今お尻触った子、次の駅で降りなさい。
Okay. How long am I in my recording here? By the way, I think I've said this before. This is my part 2 recording here. So I stopped my recording previously and then I restarted it, and I'm only just now 39 minutes in this part 2 here. And already there's this badass, not badass, but bad, shitty, let's use that word, joke going on here. And it's taking away from the situation. I don't like these types of fucking light jokes going on into an action scene here. Can we please get back into it, please? Wake everyone up.
何あなた、こっちへ来いって。
What the fuck is going on? Can I? What the what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. Okay. I'll just read. The 5 in Cross's group dashed through the passageway with all their strength. They couldn't dawdle around in the underground passage place like this. They had to quickly join up with the children on the surface. If they could meet up, there would no longer be any more sorrow. At that time, a terrible rumble started chasing them. Had their pursuers finally made it through the metal bars? But they couldn't see anyone when they turned around. However, that rumble and the dirt that fell here and there from the ceiling grew closer and closer, finally catching up with them and even going past them. Heh? It felt almost like being chased by ghosts. What? For a second, they thought they'd gotten away until the ceiling in front of them fell in, and a single goat stood in their path. Virgilia was sitting on its shoulder.
賢い子が近道を知っていました。
Oh, okay.
偉い子ですね。一等賞ですよ。
Hell yeah.
後で手作りのサバのカレー煮をご馳走してあげますよ。
Maybe it really was happy about that dubious prize. The massive goat showed its joy by putting its hands together and writhing. Virgilia leapt down, laughing that this time it was finally checkmate.
くそ、ダメだ。魔力が完全に殺されてる。
まだよ。魔法がなくても、私たちにはまだこの体がある。
無茶だ。あんな化け物にあの不思議な力がなくて戦えるわけがない。
子供たちは下がっていたまえ。私が何とかするから、その隙にあの化け物の両脇を駆け抜けるんだ。
させませんよ。
When Virgilia clapped her hands, a purple magic circle wall appeared before. My god. Why am I messing up so bad tonight? Holy shit. I am amazed that I'm actually fucking up so bad tonight. Wow, okay. A purple magic circle wall appeared behind her, stealing even the faint hope that Cross had been betting on.
男児キュースか。いや、まだだ。ジェシカも戦った。私が戦わんわけにはいかん。
本気なの？無理よ、あんな巨大な化け物に。
むちゃくちゃだ。クラウスさん、他の方法を考えましょう。
思いついたら提案してくれたまえ。それまでも 私が何とかするしかないようだ。さあ下がりたまえ。
気をつけて。
おやおやクラウス、あなた一人でこの子と戦うつもりですか？
わからんぞ。戦いにはまぐれあたりの一発だってあり得る。
まぐれでも勝てるつもりとお思いですか？身の程知らずのあなたのために私が状況を整理して差し上げましょう。
何？
あなたが 100% の力を発揮したとしてあなたの戦闘力はせいぜい6。対してこの子の戦闘力は1000。つまりあなたが100人束になっても絶対に勝てないということです。
Why did a number just appear on the screen there?
まあ確かに戦いには不確定要素もあります。
What the fuck is going on?
その戦闘力に多少の倍率がかかることも認めましょう。しかしそれでもあなたがこの子を倒せる確率は 0.00001% というところでしょうか。
Okay, there's a 2
お
down.
分かりかしら？あなたには万に一つの勝ち目もないということです。
3. Virgilia and the goat got together. Yeah, whatever. And it's gone. I don't understand what the hell that was. What's going on? Can we get through this, please? Stop prolonging it.
万一ということは配当は1万倍ということではないかね。いい大穴だ。そういう馬券は好きだよ。買いたくなる。
それを買うコインはあなたの命1枚しかありませんよ。しかしそれでもその奇跡に運命を託したいというあなたの気持ちよくわかります。ですので恐れずに立ち向かうあなたの勇気をたたえ一つハンデを差し上げましょう。
4.
この子は左腕一本で戦います。
5.
まあそれでもあなたに負ける気は全くしませんが。
6.
それにしても何かしら、さっきからピンポンピンポンと。
Fuck you, bitch. God damn it. I don't know if that's fourth wall breaking, but god damn it. Okay.
よかろう。
I mean, I want to know that too.
その勝負受けて立ってやる。左腕だろうとなんだろうと、どうせ私は一撃で殺されるだろう。私のチャンスもまた一撃しかないのだ。それに全てかけるしかあるまい。
むちゃくちゃだクラウスさん。あんたがボクシングをやってたことは知っているが、それでも大学時代のはず。いやいや、仮にプロのボクサーがいたとしてもあんな化け物一撃で倒せるはずもない。
リングの上での試合なら確かにね。でもクラウス兄さんが望みをかけるチャンスがわずかだけどあるわ。彼はそれに全て望みをかけている。
まさか。しかしそんなのもうまくいくわけがない。
旦那様、
見ていろ。一撃で決めてやる。
I feel like this is her line, but it's not displaying that it is, and okay. Whatever, I'll just go ahead and speak it. How shallow. I know what you're after. The distance between the two of them is more than 10 meters. If the goat and cross both step in with all their strength to settle the fight with a single blow, their power will be double what is normal. both will clash together, so it's a relative 4 times normal. Even if, on top of that, the strike lands on a weak point for a critical hit, that will only double the power again. In short, Cross's maximum power level of 6 times 8 would be 48 at the most. He might or might not be able to win if he repeated that lucky shot a full 20 times. Yeah, screw it. I regret everything and I want to punch myself in the face. If you're killed every time you make a hit, take a hit, and your damage still accumulates, let's see, perhaps you might finally win when you get the episode. Is this a filler episode or something? Like, what the fuck is this? There are so many joke parts thrown in. Like, hello? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. No. 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 Please, just. Please. Yeah, bing bong sound. Got it. Oh my god, okay.
ヤギ君も遠慮することはない。本気で来たまえ。
全力を要望ですよ。本気の一撃で粉砕し、肉片に変えてやりなさいな。
As the goat got excited and beat its chest over and over. What the fuck? Are you part gorilla or something? What the fuck? It took a position as though preparing for sprint. Sprint. Sprint? Sprint. Is this what you wanted? Bet your hopes on the greatest limits of your power level, and despair when even that gets you nowhere. I feel like this is a little nudge towards Dragon Ball Z because of talks of power levels and 24 episodes. Is this a fucking like nudge towards fucking Dragon Ball Z? I will laugh my fucking ass off if it really is. 8. Yeah, okay. A ring again! What the heck? It's really starting to get on my nerves! That was both me and in the game, okay? It really is starting to get on my fucking nerves, though. I really, like, what the fuck? Is this like a continuous, like, joke seeing, like, every number is 1 episode and it's gonna lead up to 24 episodes, 28, my brain! I hate this so much, but I'm smiling, okay. You know what, I'll just shut the fuck up, how about that? Yeah, Sinikle, shut the fuck up! I'm sorry! I don't know whether to read this or not. Luckily you can pause and read if you want, in case I don't read it. The men howled, collecting the strength from all over the bodies into 1 arm each. Oh my god, so close! Oh my god. Oh. It's like I'm melting in your eyes. Oh. Okay, that was creepy, I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this, but I will just go at normal speed, so go ahead and pause and read if you'd like.
いやー！ダメ！負けフラグ立てすぎちゃダメ！そのパンチはダメよ！避けて
So I was kind of right. Alright. Awesome. Not really. Okay. Yeah.
愚かね、ワルギリア。冷静な判断を欠いたようよ。
そのパンチを受けてはなりません。弾きなさい。
The very instant the goat left straight and Cross's right straight crossed, the goat obeyed Vigilia's order with super fast reflexes and pulled his straight back, repelling Cross's punch. One punch! That's right, Vigilia's decision probably had been wise. After all, the number of loser flags amplifies the power level of one's opponent.
危ないところでした。
Yeah, why don't you power level my ass? What?
こんな負けフラグ立てまくりの状態で食らっていたら、どれほどの威力に倍率がかかっていたことか。そう、そこでガラ空きの右側面に右ストレートを叩き込んでやりなさい。
My god, it's so anime! Sugoi! Sugoi! Okay, now I will punch myself in the fucking face.
左腕一本で戦う約束。
NANI?
約束は破るためにあるのでしょうが
If you don't stop with the fucking numbers, I will...
また立った
Yeah, okay, it's gonna go to 24. Okay.
失望よ。あなたはやはり冷静を欠いていたわ。
I'm not
なん
even...
ですって。
I'm not in the mood anymore. This is like...
直前に気づいて避けさせた私のどこが冷静でないと。
I don't know what to think of all this. I mean, the first half of this fucking chapter episode thing, great. But now it's just...
どうしてですか、キリエ様？
Wait, if I could... Oh my god, it really is... Oh no. It really is gonna be 3 hours.
あのまま激突していたら、旦那様の勝ちだったのでは。
そうか。負けフラグの数が20でも。
Oh. Okay, this counts to flags. Oh my god. Really?
まだ足りないんだ。
Yeah, I'm definitely not reading this, but if you want to read it, pause it in case I go too fast and skip all of it. Anyway.
"だから冷静じゃないと言ったのよ。あなた失敗したわ。そのまま激突していればあなたの勝ちだったのよ。
たとえそうだったとしても、この右ストレートでクラウスの頭を砕けば同じこと。死ね、後ろ宮クラウス。
食らいたまえ、ボクシング界最強の一撃を。
Can't even actually get his fucking face into the shot. God fucking damn it. Oh well. It slightly corrected itself.
まさかこのタイミングで相打ちに持ってくるとは。しかし戦闘力は160倍止まりで960。うちの子の1000には及びませんでしたよ。
いや、ワルギリアさん、あんたの負けだ。
どうして？
あんた最初のクロスカウンターを弾かせちまった。確かにその次に繰り出した右ストレートが当たれば クラウスさんは粉々にされていただろう。しかしそいつをクロスされてしまった。こりゃダメだ。悪いがあんたんとこのヤギさんの乾杯だよ。
クラウスさんの戦闘力は6。
双方2倍の踏み込みで4倍。
クリティカルヒットで8倍。
負けフラグの立てすぎで160倍。
そしてトリプルクロスカウンターでさらに12倍。
1920倍。
I hate this game so much, but I love it at the same time. Oh god.
これは勝利を最後まで諦めなかったクラウスさんの執念とあんたの慢心が招いた結果だ。どちらが欠けてもこの威力にはならなかった。あんたよく戦ったよ。もう倒れてもいいんだぞ。
Now, if this was really anime, her panties would be showing. Fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. I just fucking can't with this bullshit. I just fucking can't anymore. I really just want to go in the corner and cry myself to sleep. But I gotta continue. God damn it. Alright. Yeah, whatever.
悪く思うな。テコの原理を侮ったのが君の敗因だ。
I'm so gonna fucking title this episode The Power of Anime.
どうしてあのカウンターでテコの原理が働くのかしらね。永遠の謎だわ。
今のうちに逃げましょう。ヤギさんもお大事に。
それでは失礼します、ワルギリア様。
ペコリ。
待って待ちなさい。これどけて。
Aren't you supposed to be a witch? Jesus Christ, just flow him off you or something. I don't know. Oh my god, this whole fucking second part of the fucking recording is an actual joke. Awesome. I actually don't know if the whole joke shit is over and done with. Maybe it is. Alright. Jessica had finally been cornered, with the wall at her back. Runaway advanced with his magic circle wall bit by bit, and would probably crush her against the wall, the other wall eventually. Considering the distance she threw out her fists, this would be her final strike. Jessica had dealt out many punches so far. The wall wasn't invincible. It had already started to crack, and it wouldn't be strange for it to smash at any moment. However, due to the rebounding damage, Jessica also had cuts all over her body and was all worn out.
もうおよしなさい。あなたを押しつぶすつもりはありません。あなたの処遇は親方様が決めますからね。しかし、ジェシカ様のナイスファイトは、私からも特に申し上げるつもりですよ。
ふざけるんじゃねえぜ。まだだ。まだ終わっちゃいねえぜ。
あなたは満身創痍。立っているのもやっとではありませんか。あなたは最後の一撃に全ての力を込めるつもりでいるようだ。しかし、その最後の一撃は、むしろあなたにとって命取りになりますよ。
The damage reflected by Runaway's magic circle wall was proportional to the strength of the attack. Jessica's all-out punch would be bounced back onto her. The more all-out she went, the more suicidal it would be for Jessica.
わかってるぜ。そんなことはよ。
警告します。もうおやめなさい。それがあなたのためです。
強がるなよ。お前の壁がもう破れかかってるんだろ。殴ってきた私には手応えで分かってるんだぜ。
That was a fact. Runaway's wall was already on the verge of breaking. And on top of that, Jessica's fist had been imbued with an unimaginable, magical attack power by now, and their destructive strength defied the imagination. In the worst case, that destructive power might even pierce the defensive wall, smash Runaway as well, and create an expansion connecting this room to the next. However, that damage would rebound on Jessica as well. She wouldn't escape unharmed.
もう一度だけ言います。おやめなさい。あなたのためを思って言っています。
やかましいぜ。覚悟しやがれ。
Jessica howled, putting all her strength of her against the final destructive power into her fists, and roared. Hello? There we go. That was a weird pause. Love those. The three goats had been beaten down long ago. Without straining to breathe in the slightest, George cautiously closed the distance between him and Gap. He was after her. He was planning on bringing her down with a single strike. Gap was also aiming for a single strike. If she let that chance slide, she would be killed this time.
落とし穴は使わないのかい?
Even the tiny opening during the time it took to open the hole would prove fatal with George as an opponent right now. Gap cautiously calculated distance and timing, but even as she did, George closed the gap between them.
来ないなら行くよ。
来なさいよ。今さら小細工も何もないわ。私のこの蹴りで決着をつけてやる。
For an instant, she thought George's body blurred, and then only his jacket was floating in the air. The moment she thought, darkness covered a gap. George, with his heels swung up high, was attacking from the sky like a massive dragon.
かかったわね。これで私の勝ちよ。後ろ宮ジョージ！
何？
Gap opened a vast pitfall with her in the center, swallowing up George along with herself. The two were swallowed up by the pitfall and spat out from the ceiling of the arbor. But that was what Gap had been after, so she alone landed lightly. However, there was another pitfall in George's landing spot.
もらったわ、後ろ宮ジョージ。面白かったわよ。死になさい。あんたみたいな上等。後ろ宮家の当主なんてもったいないわ。今この場で私が食ってあげる。
George once again fell from the ceiling of the arbor. He had probably been dropped the same distance as falling off the roof of a two-story building. In the sky, he couldn't control his posture in any way. It was impossible to resist or defend or avoid. As Gap spun like a whirlwind, she concentrated all of her energy on the sharp tip of her stiletto heel. This was the final strike to perform his requiem. The final strike of the Queen Bee that would bore into heaven, knocking him down into the true abyss.
ようこそ奈落へ。ここがあんたの終着点よ。
She closed in on her prey and stuck her foot up into the sky. At that time, she saw George's face. While in midair, he's just lifting up his glasses. Yeah. Cool, so kawaii. Wait, no, not kawaii. Anyway, what? Sorry, it's still a little bit anime-ish, so, okay. Goofing aside, because I'm a dork. Even though he was in midair, he was calmly adjusting his glasses with a middle finger on his right hand. And his posture was still preserved as that of an axe kick. Without the faintest deviation, he aimed for Gap's forehead.
君がその手に出ることは想定済みだったよ。僕が地上の君に飛びかかとを食らわせるために飛んでいたなら、僕の姿勢はとっくに崩れていただろうさ。しかし僕の姿勢はいささかも崩れない。なぜかわかるかい？僕は初めから数フロア下の君にかかとを食らわせるつもりで飛んでいる。君の負けだ、お嬢さん。
ピンポン。
Beep-bong. The final strongest punch that Jessica had raised reached the wall and was sucked in. It was sucked into a black large hole that had suddenly opened on the wall.
だからおやめなさいと忠告したのに。
Oh no, they're gonna kill each other, aren't they? Oh fuck! Accidental double X quapow. Oh my god. Yep. I like the red touch there. Pretty nice. Okay, a little bit too red. Too red!
全然ピンチでもなんでもなかったの。ごめんなさいね。
Jessica's fists had gone for George's stomach, and George's axe kick had lined up on Jessica's head. The shocking destructive power imbued in Jessica's fists crushed George's organs and scattered his abdomen. Oh, come on! Oh my god. The same destructive power in George's axe kick smashed half of really? Come on. Okay. Half of Jessica's head and scattered its contents in the same manner. Lovely. Oh boy.
魔女は演技力なんでしょう?
So are we finally done with this chapter, please? Oh my god, it might actually be 3 hours. I don't know how long I went for the first part of the recording, but I think it was an hour and a half. It might be a little bit past 2.5 hours.
ねえねえ、リーチェ、どうよ。見ててくれたかしら?
Oh. Wow, it's been a while since we've been in here. Jesus, I almost forgot that we were playing a game. Oh my god, it's really been a while.
やっぱガープは分かってるじゃん。イエーイ!
What the fuck was that? Vito and Gab casually high-fived each other. Wow. 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 God damn it.
Arigato, ロノウェイ。こっちで美味しくいただけた。ジェシカの死体はそっちに返すわ。二人で寄り添う死体を引き離す。これで第二の晩は出来上がり。
Gap had dropped Jessica's corpse through the pitfall, and all the chunks were thrown into Jessica's room. Lovely. As carelessly as throwing something into the trash. Classy. Jessica's corpse and lumps of flesh fell from the ceiling and poured out all over the room. Runaway shook his head slightly at this gruesome change of scenery.
申し訳ございませんね、ジェシカ様。ご忠告は申し上げたのですよ。もっとも、この結末を予見し、聞き入れないと分かっている忠告を重ねる悪魔の醍醐味は、人間には分からないでしょうがね。プシッ
本当に面白かったわ、坊や。でもあんた、ちょっと言葉遊びが過ぎるわよ。そろそろ反撃してもいいかなが最高傑作あなた、どこかのラノベか何かにかぶれすぎよ。
Ah! In the arbor, brutally decorated by George's and Jessica's scattered blood and guts. Gap enjoyed a loud laugh for a while, but she quickly realized that, in all seriousness, this was a little too filthy and undignified, and she snapped her fingers. Clean up the scene a little bit, oh my god. How dare you. As she did, a cloud of gold butterflies rose up around her. Stuck to each of the bits and blood stains and dropped them. Then George's corpse returned bit by bit, and the brutal corpse with its guts torn out was repaired into a clean corpse that looked like it was sleeping. Was there some act of sportsmanship towards a dead rival? The heavens were split, because Gap had lifted her leg high, pointing to the sky.
じゃあね、色男。
Damn! Wait, for real? Let me read that again. Hell yeah, baby! Okay.
これが本当の。
Oh. Oh, when she said that. Oh, baby. Oh my god! Why? Without a trace of mercy, that foot stepped down and was buried into George's forehead. The stiletto heel that was as sharp as a weapon pierced George's forehead. With a bloop, it was pulled out. It was like a mark, proving that Gap certainly had finished him by her own hand. Damn.
No mercy.
Renove also returned Jessica's corpse to its original form, and unlike how it had been with George, he restored Jessica's life. The fuck?
これは一体夢？
いいえ、違います。ジェシカ様は確かにお亡くなりになりました。最後の瞬間の記憶をよくご存知のはずだ。
Jessica's mind was burning. For some reason, she remembered being thrown somewhere and having George's heel smash her head.
私は生きてるのか？
いいえ、死んでいます。私の魔法でほんの3分ほど、それを先送りにしているに過ぎません。3分が過ぎれば魔法が終わり、あなたは無残な頭部半壊の死体に戻ります。
だと
死は残酷です。多くの場合、心の整理さえ与えない。しかし私は、ここまで検討したあなたを称え、その時間を与えることにしました。その3分間で、この世の未練をよく整理されるといいでしょ
う。その3分で、お前を道連れにするという手もあるぜ。
Yeah, I don't think so. But the power that had burned through Jessica's body until a second ago had been completely lost. Jessica was aware of that herself. She was already dead.
それでは私はこれにて失礼いたします。楽しかったですよ、ジェシカ様。
Renove turned his form into a cloud of gold butterflies and disappeared. All that remained was the sound of the wind and rain, and the figure of Jessica as she crouched down, leaning against the wall. Jessica could tell. She probably really would revert to the corpse she had been after 3 minutes. Was there anything she could do in those 3 minutes? She stood up, and with a shaky gait, took the phone that was on the desk.
もしもし、ジェシカか？ジェシカ、どうした？無事か？
やられしまったぜ。
大丈夫か？怪我をしてるのか？今助けに行く？
いや、もう遅いぜ。私さ、もう死んでるんだと。バトラーが来た時には、私は頭を半分ぶちまけた死体だよ。
クソじじいめ！待てろ、今そこに行くからな。
聞けよバトラー。いいか、よく聞け。幸田さんたちがどうして食堂で6人が殺された時のこと 歯切れが悪いのかよくわかった。あいつらな、人間じゃねえんだぜ。
何を言ってんだ。
言っちまったんだ。仕方ねえだろ。あいつらさ、ワープしたりバリア張ったりやりたい放題だぜ。どこの漫画だよ、アニメだよ。いや、マジでかなわねえぜ。バトラーが自慢してた棒仕掛けの槍程度でとてもどうにかなる相手じゃねえぜ。
A line of blood dripped down from Jessica's forehead.
ジョージ兄さんもダメだった。ありゃ即死だ。次のテストはパトラだな。お前のテストも私たちと同じになるのかな。用心しろよ。そして間違えるな。
テストか？
違う。敵はどうせ人間だと間違えるなよ。敵は人間じゃない。恐ろしい魔法を自在に扱える悪魔なんだ。そこを絶対に間違えるんじゃねえぜ。用心しろよ。
A line of blood dripped down from Jessica's mouth as well. The left half of her head started hurting. Jessica realized that she was about to return to the corpse she had been.
13人死ねば黄金の魔女が蘇る。母さんたちが殺されて6人。これで第1の番。そして私とジョージ兄さんが死んで第2の番。あと5人殺されれば儀式は完成で魔女が蘇るってわけだ。父さんたち無事だといいな。もし無事じゃなかったらお前をテストするのは復活したてのベアトリーチェ自身ってことになるかもしれねえぜ。
Battler already didn't understand what Jessica was saying. But from her tone, he realized that she knew she was about to die. So even though he didn't understand the situation, he urged her to give it her all.
私はもう死んでるんだって。じゃあな、もう時間みたいだ。テスト頑張れよ。お前が当主になれるといいな。
ジェシカ、ジェシカ、おい、返事をしろ、ジェシカ。
Battler's sorrowful voice could be heard from the dangling receiver. As she leaned against the wall in that corner, crouched down, Jessica's head had been half smashed.
ここは
これは井戸なのか。ここはどこなんだ。
Kyrie stuck her face out of the well, and then Cross showed himself too. When he realized that they could see the back of the mansion from beyond a grove of trees, Cross knew, more or less, where they were. To think that here, in a certain well, there had been a hidden underground passage, which led to a hidden mansion.
老体にはやはりこれは辛いですな。普段は別の場所からちゃんと階段で上がれるのです。鍵さえ開けば。
南條先生には後でいろいろとここの構造についてお教え願いたいものだ。シャノン、大丈夫かね。捕まりたまえ。
大丈夫です。カノン君、早く。
Canon climbed up the ladder out of the shaft that was disguised as a well. It was probably quite deep. When he looked down for the first time, he realized how far he had to come up. Oh no. Bang! As Canon was about to finally crawl out of the well, a hole the size of a basketball opened up in his chest. Damn! Everyone there looked through the hole in Canon's chest to the scenery beyond. Canon slumped backwards and was swallowed up into the depths of the well. At that time, Cross and Kyrie and Nanjo certainly saw a golden curved line appear from the well and sew itself right through the side of Shannon's head.
Shannon!
Her head had been pierced. The three had witnessed it perfectly until it had shot out the opposite side, blowing it away. Shannon fell to her knees, blood gushing from both sides of her head, and flopped to the ground.
私たちは狙われてる。走って殺されるわよ。
走れ、走れ、走れ、走れ！
As Nanjo doubled over in shock, stunned by how Shannon had died, the Chiesto sisters did not allow him to escape. A curved line again appeared from the well and pierced from Nanjo's forehead to the back of his head in an instant, sewing through him. And so Nanjo passed away.
何なんだ。どうしてなんだ。敵はどこから。
狙撃されてるのよ。どこか知らないけど私たちを完全に捉えてる。屋敷へ逃げ込むのよ。視界を遮るのよ。
The two dashed towards the back door of the mansion. Then, right as Cross was about to shut the door behind him, a golden curved line appeared from the fourth time, piercing Cross from the back of his head to the forehead and smashing that forehead. Cross's body leaned over, fell down, and drew a neat radial pattern with the insides of his head. Run, bitch! Kyrie ran wildly through the hallway, flew into some room, and locked the door. But even so, she wasn't even remotely convinced that this had saved her life. She would probably die soon. This was apparently one of the guest rooms. At that moment, Kyrie's eyes fell on the phone on the side table. Gonna make a ring-a-ding-ding. Damn, Battler is getting all the bad phone calls. Jesus Christ. After hanging up the call from Jessica, Battler had been about to dash out. In that instant, the phone rang again.
もしもし。キリエさん。
はい、バトラ君。ラッキーだったわ。なんとか地下牢を脱出できたの。本当についてた。
そこはどこだ？みんな無事なのかよ。こっちはジェシカとジョージの兄貴がどうやら。
聞いて。私の命は多分もう長くは持たないわ。
At that time, right after she thought the keyhole in the locked door might have glowed gold. A gold curved line drawing a helix. No, a golden sewing thread penetrated in from there at an incredible speed and bored a hole into the floor at Kirie's feet. Oh, that's unusual. The enemy, who sniped the other four one after another with extraordinary skill, apparently really does have trouble shooting me between the eyes with a single shot while I'm holed up in this room. But the next strike will probably hit. At this point, Kirie finally remembered the first massive killing in the dining hall. That's right. This is what killed Rudolph and the rest, all 6 of them.
聞いて、バトラ君。私が見たことをありのまま話す。バトラ君はきっと私の頭がどうにかなってしまったんだろうと思うに違いない。ええ、思ってくれていいわ。私だって何を見たのか未だに整理がつかない。今日バトラ君たちがゲストハウスに帰ってから食堂で親族会議が始まって、そして何が起こったかを全て話すわ。口を挟まないで最後まで聞いて。途中で急に電話が切れるかもしれない。そしたらその時は私が殺された時よ。
キリエ。
Then Kirie spoke about Kinzo appearing and the family conference starting. About the 6 being killed and 5 of them being confined. About how she had escaped somehow and ran away to where she was now, and how everyone had finally been killed. It was all spoken dispassionately, with no dramatization, just as she'd seen it. Even she spoke about how everyone except her had been killed, and how she had observed the moments of all their deaths. And how even now, someone was trying to kill her.
実はこの話をしている間にももう3度攻撃を受けている。鍵穴からおかしな黄金の糸みたいなのが飛び込んできて、くるくる回りながら私を狙ってくるの。最初は足元、次は肩の近く、さっきのは耳をかすったわ。狙いがだんだん正確になってくる。そろそろ私の眉間にズドンと来そうね。
逃げろ、キリエさん。逃げてくれ。
どこへよ。私ここまで逃げ延びてきて部屋に閉じこもって鍵までかけてるのよ。それでもなお狙われてる私がどこに隠れるのよ。ねえ。
さあ。
ねえ、バトラ君、ジェシカちゃんとジョージ君、まだ生きてる？
さっきジェシカから電話が。なんかダメみたいだった。
やっぱり私たち5人が次々殺される時、何か予感していたの。ひょっとして13人殺しの儀式は第2の番を終えて私たちの番にまで至ったのかなって。つまり私が死ねば13人。これで儀式は完成。黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが復活する。一体どういうことになるのかしら。こんな悪魔だらけの魔女だらけ、ヤギの化け物がうじゃうじゃいるこの島に、さらにそいつらの親玉である 黄金の魔女まで現れて、一体どうなっちゃうというのかしら。もう私には何が何だかわからない。
Kiryu-san's voice had completely given up on her own life. Because Battler understood that. He couldn't stop the tears.
一つだけ助言できることがあったわ。
何？
もしあなたの前に悪魔やら魔女が現れても、
ああ、
その正体を疑う必要は何もないわ。そういうものだと理解して。何か仕掛けがあるはずだとか、正体があるはずだとか、そんなことを考える余裕があったら、相手の機嫌を損ねないことを考えた方がよっぽどに建設的。間違ってもなら魔法を見せてみろなんて言っちゃダメよ。その証拠を彼らはこの上なく残酷な方法で見せるでしょうから。
信じあんねえよ。キネさんの口からそんなこと言われるなんて信じらんねえよ。
分かってる。信じられないのは。だからそれこそが私にできる助言。信じて。
ペアとリーチェと悪魔と魔女と化け物どもを信じろと。
あれほどまでにこの世ならざるものをありありと見せつけられても、多分何も信じることができなかったと思うの。今の私もそう。さっきから襲ってきて私の額を撃ち抜こうとする者の正体さえ私には理解できず、信じられない。だからあなただけは信じ理解して、私たちに受け止めきれなかった存在を受け止めてほしいの。そうしてくれたなら私たちの死は無駄にならない。私もこうして電話をした甲斐があったというものだわ。
キリさん
まだ大丈夫よ。かすったけどまた外したわ。さすがに今度はもうダメかもね。ありがとう。そしてさよならバトラ君。あなたのことアスムさんの息子だからと冷たくしたこともあったの。その日のことを許して。
許すも何も、今はキリエさんが俺にとっての母親だろうが。
I felt as though I'd heard an incredible sound at the other end of the receiver. Then a noisy clacking sound, as though the receiver had fallen to the floor.
キリエさん、キリエさん、
Oh, damn. I saw those eyes there. Oof. Kiryu-san did not answer through the phone. Again. Whew. My lord. That was a long-ass chapter. I think we have officially passed 3 hours. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. It's almost midnight. Alright. Well, well, well. And we're still here. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
どうしてバトラが怒ってるのかわかんないよ。
Okay, before I get pissed off at you, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. God damn her. Alright. Wow. This is a long one. I don't know if any of you are actually gonna watch all the way to the end, but if you did, and you enjoyed this chapter and all its I don't know how to describe this chapter. But yeah, if you did somehow enjoy it, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more Umineko and streams coming up soon. So stay tuned for those, and as a reminder, until next time, please stay sinful, folks.